Well, you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ready, dope.
All right, let's do it.
This is the 50,000-watt voice of the numbers guys in the Motor City.
And now, live from Studio 8B, it's time to BS with the guys.
Well, what is going on, Numbers Nation? Our improper fractions? Is that what we should call them, Daryl? I've been working on this. What should we call our loyal followers?
Improper fractions.
I think we're probably more improper than they would be, right? Yeah. All right, you think about this.
Okay.
I'm going to give you another week, and then we got to come up with
That
something.
put me on the spot there.
Yes. Well, hey, we are the Numbers Guys. I'm JT, also known as Mr. Midwest, and this show is BS. It's BS. Richie, you know what that stands for, Rich? You awake
Bubble
down there?
screens.
I don't know what that means. What's a
No.
bubble screen?
You never heard of a bubble screen?
No. Is that a football?
Quick whiteout.
Okay.
Quick
okay.
to the whiteout.
I got you. A bubble screen.
Yeah.
That is exactly what this stands for. BS. Bubble screens. Hey, listen, if you're joining us live on YouTube, it is great to be with you. It really is. And please feel free to hop in the chat here and say hello. In fact, right now, we got my boy Snoop in there already. He's saying, "What's up, doggies? What's going on, Snoop?
What's up, Snoop?
What's going on, buddy?"
Gary, am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. He goes, yeah.
Gary K.
Gary K, he goes by, also known as Snoop.
Yeah, how did Snoop?
And if you are watching us in syndication on Pass Sports, you guys remember that?
What's that stand for again?
Stay tuned for the Red Wings versus the Whalers. It should be a good one tonight.
Dave Strader on
Dave Strader, Mickey Redmond. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
May R.I.P. But seriously, if you're watching us on as a replay on YouTube, I got an idea. Actually, right now, underneath my bulbous melon, you're going to see a thumbs up button. If you hit that, good things are going to happen to you. I promise.
You know, I forgot to share the link. I'm going to make sure that we're not missing anybody tonight on the live feed.
Yeah, go ahead and you share that. You share that. Now with me, folks, for the entire hour, our boy Tones, he is out trapping right
Is that
now.
for real?
Yes, he's out. Is that what that is, trapping? Is that what they do?
I
Hunting?
think that's when you're getting beavers or something.
Yeah,
Trapping
inhumane way
beavers.
to do
Well, he
it.
could be trapping
Pelts?
beavers. I don't know. Pelts? Yeah.
But in his place, we are very, very fortunate to welcome the one and only, a local NFL handicapper, Jorel Petree.
What's going on, guys?
What's shaking,
Yeah,
man?
welcome.
Nothing much.
Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. We actually met at the Hilltop
Yeah.
during the Live at Hilltop.
Did I ever tell you that's my
Performance.
favorite bar, Jimmy?
You might have mentioned
My
that.
favorite.
Yeah, I think you told me that before.
They got Peroni, so they're good with me.
That's all we need, man.
Found that out the podcast, too.
That's all we need.
And we found Jorel. 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Peronis and Jorel.
Now, next to Jorel, wearing the
Oh.
bright red, looking good tonight. Adidas, I noticed.
Oh, well, they keep sending me it, so I keep wearing it.
Yeah, they send you. You say they send you 4 garments a week.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe that they got 4 garments, one for everybody on the show, or did you think about that at all? Dale
I'm
mentioned
sharing
that to me
this.
after the show last week. He said, I think Daryl's getting 4 of these. Some of those are yours.
I got to share this to all the fans out there, Jimmy.
All right, buddy. Okay, we'll
I just figured Daryl signed up for like one of those clothing deals when they send you a package once a month, but it's just through Adidas, you know,
Clubhouse?
instead of like Stitches or whatever.
you mean like
So
Club
he picks out his Adidas Gary cures for the week and wants to wear.
BMG.
Right.
Is that right?
You get
BMG?
15 CDs for a penny, I think is what it was.
Oh, or the
remember,
DVDs.
You remember that shit?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever pay that bill?
Never. No, it's still in collections for me, actually.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Bringing my
Drell's like,
credit
I
score
owe
down.
$47.
I've
from-
done it. I've done it.
I think I still owe the Sterling Heights Public Library some money. I haven't-
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I didn't return a book.
I don't read, so
Well, that's smart.
yeah.
Yeah, I like comic books. Things with pictures.
You'll
I find
fit
are
right
the
in,
best.
Jarrell.
Yeah, that's right. Not a group of readers.
Not
up
a
here.
big fan of reading.
I
No.
wouldn't say intellect's our game here.
No. But if there is anybody on this panel right now that is intellectual, it's at the end there. Richie Rich. Welcome back, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
We missed you last week.
I missed you guys. I even got the funny thing was I chimed in right when Jim gave out the trivia question. He didn't realize it to the day later. I had it right.
You said Miami Dolphins with a little, dolphin emoji.
Yeah, and I said on Monday night.
I had no idea I thought you meant the Dolphins were on Monday night. I said, no, the Dolphins aren't on Monday night.
Oh boy,
But yeah, we got that all hammered out after
we did. It was
the show. Well, folks at home,
It's not going to stop you from buying the beer, is it, Jimmy?
no, I still bought the beer, and Rich also bought the beer, so we're in
Nice.
good shape on beer tonight.
Very good.
Folks at home, we are the only show. We're four friends. There's four of us up here.
Have you checked this?
Well, my math isn't the best, but I think there's four of us.
Okay, that part I agree with.
Four finance guys, typically, when Tones is here.
We got Jarrell's information now, so we can be Facebook friends after the show.
Yeah. By the way,
right.
I'll
Make it
mention
official.
that too. Yeah, we're going to be friends. That's kind of cool. We get together
Instagram.
every Thursday. We enjoy some beers together.
We do.
We talk about beer. We talk about sports. Sometimes we talk about bourbon. We BS in general is kind of what we do here, Jarrell.
All right.
Yeah. And we have plenty of BS in store for you tonight. Let me tell you what we are going to do tonight. We're going to go over last week's picks, of course. We make picks every week. We're going to go over those. We're going to do a little trivia. We need to determine who is going to buy the beer for the following week, for next week. And I actually have a note coming up about next week's show. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you all here in a minute. We're going to go over the whole NFL, and we're going to attempt to do that in something like 30 minutes. It's never once happened, and it won't happen again today. I can almost guarantee it, but we're going to try to talk about every game.
Any buys this week?
There are some buys this week. Yes,
That
sir.
could help.
Yeah. We're going to hand out our top picks. And back to that show note, here's what's happening. So this coming Thursday is Thanksgiving, right? Is that
what I
correct?
heard.
I didn't check my calendar ahead of time. I'm pretty sure it's
the
Thanksgiving.
fourth
I think it's the fourth
Thursday.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Yeah, fourth Thursday.
Facts. Good job,
So
Daryl.
it's falling a little earlier this year.
It is. It is. So instead of doing a Thursday show, because we're going to be with our families on Thanksgiving, it's the right thing to do. What's so funny about that? If I don't find that amusing.
Coming from your mouth, that's pretty funny. I don't know why.
I could see that. We have a big game on Saturday, right? If you're into college football, we have the Ohio State Buckeyes playing the University of Michigan Wolverines. And we thought it would be cool if we met here in the studio at 9:30 in the morning and did a broadcast from 9:30 to maybe 11:15ish in ahead of time of the Ohio State Michigan game.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
you guys were talking about.
Yeah, so I think we're going to do that. I know we're going to do that. It's going to be 9:30 this Saturday. I'm going to try to get college football Joe on, who was an Ohio State graduate. He is kind of resistant to the idea.
Not
This
this
Saturday or next Saturday.
Next Saturday. I'm sorry. Did I say this Saturday? That's what you guys are here
Maryland,
for.
Michigan.
Yeah.
It's a
2
classic.
Saturdays. It's the 25th. The 25th of November,
All right. That makes more
2023. So I'm going to try to get college football Joe on if I can talk him into it, because I think it would be pretty funny, because Anthony is a diehard University of Michigan fan.
Oh,
And college football Joe is a diehard Ohio State Buckeye. And
That sucks.
yeah, it sucks for him, but
I could see
I'm
the
neutral.
comedy.
Yeah, I could
Should
see
be
that.
pretty good.
I think it'd be pretty good. Also, we have Tones has never had a Bloody Mary.
That's shocking.
Isn't that
What?
shocking? Yes, he's never had a Bloody Mary. So I'm going to get Tones, Anthony, his very first Bloody Mary that
Has he
morning.
never been hungover?
That's apparently not. Apparently not.
That's the biggest medicine right there.
That's it, man.
Hair
Apparently
of the
not.
dog, right?
Yeah. Go to the pool, get a Bloody Mary, and start over again.
Bloody Mary
Yes.
and McDonald's Coke is a great way to start the next day.
McDonald's. I've never heard that.
No?
I've heard McDonald's French fries.
No. The Coke has got like some special processing to it that nobody else has.
Are you guys the straight drink or all the food on top?
As far as a hangover cure?
Yeah, because I've had some Bloody Marys where it was like a whole salad on top.
Yes.
I don't like
And I
that.
enjoyed every bit of it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I liked it. Because it's
I
like the
don't mind
olive,
it.
the bacon. It's like the stuff that kind of goes good with it.
Wasn't it you, Rich, that had that crazy one that had all kinds of...
I've had plenty of Bloody Marys in my life, my friend.
Didn't you have one that had like a whole meal on top of it?
I'm sure I have.
Well, that's my plan for Saturday. I'm setting up a Bloody Mary bar here in the studio.
Beautiful.
I already got some of the ingredients over there. I got some really good smoked sausages that are coming. We're going to put those in there. You're welcome to come too, Jorel. I don't know if you want to be here at 9:30 in the morning on that Saturday, but you're more than welcome.
Depends how ladies at the...
Depends on how Friday night goes.
That's right. That's right. And afterwards, we're going to go out and watch the game. Whoever's here with us. So should be fun. Should be fun.
Excellent.
Okay, so that is again. Don't look. There will not be a show on Thanksgiving. So our loyal subscribers and fans, it'll be Saturday, the following Saturday, 11:25, 9:30 a.m. All right. Hey, we got some Thursday night football going on tonight. Bengals, Ravens.
Good one.
Amazon
Finally.
Prime. Finally, right? This has to
Great
be the
Thursday
game of the
night.
year for Amazon.
I'm going to have to wake up Al Michaels for this one.
I can't stand Amazon Prime, though. This is so stupid.
It's just the way it is now.
I'll just stream it.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't stand the Amazon Prime thing. It's like a big Thursday night football, and a lot of people can't watch it.
Can't watch it. Right.
I like the overseas games, though, that are
Yeah.
on NFL Network. And
9:30 in the morning?
Yeah. And then you get Michael Irvin all coked
Well,
up afterwards.
I like the exposure, too, because,
Well,
like,
before and after.
I lived in Tanzania, Africa, for a while.
Really?
Yeah, and we used to play a lot of beach soccer. And on Zanzibar Island, there was these two kids that, I know a lot of athletes. I've seen a lot of professional and college athletes. I would tell them every time I play with them, you guys could easily play Division I football in our country and potentially be NFL athletes. These two kids were just freaks of nature. But
Okay.
over there, they just don't. They get right into working and providing for the family, so the sports go away right away. So I kind of like the overseas stuff because of the exposure. There's going to be other guys now that, okay, maybe I can do that.
No kidding.
So I do like that. We're going to be able to see more, because you're starting to see the rugby guys,
Sure.
stuff like that. You're getting more soccer players in as kickers. So it'd be cool to see that, because you get those brute runners that are just soccer players. That's all they played their whole life out, in Africa at least. So I think we're going to see a lot more athletes coming in from other countries now, and I think that exposure is really good.
What were you doing in Africa? Running from the law, or?
No, I'm a commodities broker by trade. So when I was out there, I was doing
Now we're getting somewhere.
gold and copper mining.
Okay.
So I actually had a artisan gold mine out there.
No blood diamonds?
Oh, that's cool.
No,
Okay.
and it'll make you happy if anyone cares about the blood diamond stuff, because I know like a lot of girls that'll say I don't want it, because a lot of girls don't even like diamonds because of the blood diamond stuff. But they're doing a really good job of proving where your product came from.
Okay.
Because I noticed a lot of the conflict gold out there looks like Skittles. So imagine like a gold little ball, a gold Skittle. What they do is they melt it down in these little balls, and then they, embezzle it across country lines, and then have someone buy it over there. Because I've seen it, but I wouldn't get into that, that kind of stuff.
Huh.
So-
Don't try to eat those.
But yeah, no. And the way you do artisan mining is you use what's that silver? Man, it's highly toxic. Can't think of it right now. But it's a magnet to the gold, and it pulls the gold out of the final like run of dirt, and it's really toxic.
Huh.
Yeah, so like right after you do that, you squeeze as much of it off as you can, and then you put it in a bonfire, and then it turns like hard and gold. Why can't I think of the?
I know what you're talking about. It's not like tungsten or something like
No,
that,
it's
right?
like silver, and it's. Can't think of it right now.
Probably the most sophisticated conversation we've had on the show so far.
No, usually I'm just over here drooling.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a weird.
understand.
It's a weird rule over there. Like, it's just weird business-wise over there. How everything's just so different. Like here we have rules and structure, and
Yeah,
I
not
always
so
tell
much
people
there.
we do live in the safest country. Trust me.
Yeah.
Like you can call a cop or get help right away, and people don't realize that they don't travel or been in other countries like third world too. So, it was interesting. I spent about a year and a half doing the copper and gold mining, and I source stones too because I'm a diamondologist. So like I'm expert in gemstones. So I did source some stones as well, but it was an interesting business and dangerous too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you got to always be looking over your shoulder.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually did learn something.
And one other thing about that, I guarantee everyone here knows some Swahili.
I'll take your word for it.
The language of the Tanzanian people's Kiswahili, Hakuna Matata,
Okay.
is their language.
Seen that.
Okay, we have a chat here. This is my boy, Big D. He wants to know, is Jorel talking about mercury?
Mercury, thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Big D.
It extracts
In
the
the
gold
chat.
from the. So when they get, like,
Oh, we're
you've
getting to
seen,
the
like,
point where listeners are chiming in.
Yeah, this is real now. This
but
is real deal.
you've seen like the bulls, like that they use in lakes and stuff. Well, when you get down to that point,
Yeah.
what they do there, their trick, and the guy that was doing it for me was using his bare hands, because I went to touch it, I was like, ooh, like the first time I seen my first gold nugget, it was almost an ounce. I went to go touch it, and all the Africans grabbed me, and they're like, no, and I asked my buddy, I'm like, what the heck's wrong with that? He goes, that stuff's highly toxic. I go, the guy's swimming in it. Like, I don't understand.
Jeez.
And he does that every day, all day long. So it was really weird to me.
Yeah, it's got a short
But
life expectancy.
it's really cool because it extracts the gold from the dirt. So they roll it around the dirt like this, and you start seeing gold speckles. I got pictures and videos I can show you guys later. Really, really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I forgot what I was saying.
I don't
Was I-
recommend it, though.
I heard commodities. I was thinking of pork rinds, but
Yeah,
apparently we
no,
went somewhere else.
Also a commodity.
I've done some funny stuff like hair, Indian hair. I've moved from Africa, coffee. We did what's it called? That stuff they make tile out of. Calcine alumina is what it's called.
Okay.
We used to sell the powder. So I've moved a lot of different weird commodities.
Not the powder I usually buy there, Jorel, but
You ever move any of that? I thought maybe that's what you were doing in Africa.
No,
On the land.
No,
okay.
none of that.
Let me know when you get into the other commodities, and we'll talk, my friend.
Of a conversation. Oh, it's terrible. There's people that have problems with that, Rich.
I like Matlock.
The show? Is it Andy Griffith Matlock?
Yeah, he used to be Andy Griffith.
Is there a new Matlock?
No.
Oh,
I just wanted to keep our regular listeners in conversation.
that's true. That's a good point. Hey, does anybody have any top picks for tonight's game? I don't know if we ever got to that.
No. No, I did
No,
use
wait.
a freebie
Daryl's
pick
got
on the
one.
Bengals. I like the
Yeah.
Bengals. 3.5.
Yeah,
But,
it's hard to beat a team twice, too.
Have they played already?
Yeah, we just looked it up. 27-24, I forgot.
Okay.
In Baltimore,
Baltimore.
I think it was. Yeah.
Oh,
This
this
is
one's
in
in
Cincy,
Cincy?
right?
Oh, I
Wait,
like
no,
it.
this is...
in Baltimore, I do
I'm sorry, it
believe.
was in Cincy. They lost by
That's
3.
when they had half a leg Burrow, probably.
I kind of
Yes.
like Tyler Boyd for a touchdown. That's one weird bet I like tonight.
Okay.
Sure, Higgins is still out, obviously, right?
Yeah, he's hurt, and Tyler Boyd gets it done. He either way he gets like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets
targets a game.
10 catches, but he usually gets about 85 yards.
And when he gets that matchup, nobody better than Joe Burrow to find it. Bengals were heating up, and then I don't know.
Lost to Houston, but Houston's good.
Houston's a good team.
Houston can put it on teams, yeah.
CJ Stroud, baby.
And Houston had the emergence of their D tackle. I can't think of his name right now, but he had a 3-sack game, and he's been looking really good. I can't think of his name right now.
I got the Ravens first half, -2.5.
Oh.
They've, I think...
One of your top picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 8-2 against the spread in the first half this year.
That sounds right.
That's a trend
Here-
you gotta like.
And here's a stat I actually like why I took the Bengals tonight. Cincinnati is 10-2 against the spread away, with Burrow coming off a loss. So Bengals are like that New England team off a loss. They show up. We were talking about that earlier. The Buffalo Bills. I kind of like Allen off a loss. He comes in he usually comes in like really mad. And the other thing is including 5-0 straight up against the spread in games when the Bengals own a 400 or greater record, which under Burrow they pretty much have had that.
Bengals, if they're a 3-point dog, 12-0-1 the last 3 years.
Somebody
So-
watched the numbers game
Oh,
this
that's a
morning.
nice stat.
It's
And
like you guys are in tune with each other.
straight up in those games, 9-4.
Sounds about right.
So I like
Those
the
are good-
Bengals
good
to win the
stats.
game.
Me too. And it's hard to beat a team twice.
But
First half, though, Ravens, -2.5.
If it makes you feel better, D-Dub, I do have that as part of whatever FanDuel's maximum get your money back same game parlay was. I did put the first half Ravens.
Who do you
as part
guys
of
think is the best team in that division right now with Watson hurt?
I think if the Ravens were just playing those teams, they'd be the worst or the second worst, but they're the best team, right?
that. Right.
No, but say
Just against
on
that-
any given day if they play each other, who do you guys think is the best in the North?
I'll take Cincinnati. You got the best quarterback.
I know, man, and it's hard for me. I'm kind of on that too. I'm a huge Steelers fan, and the Steelers are showing a lot.
I don't think so. I think that's the
Defensively.
most unbelievable 6-3 team I've ever seen in my life.
That's what I'm saying, though. When you're winning ugly like that and your offense hasn't done anything yet, that can be scary down the road
They
if they
usually
get it
catches
together.
up, though.
I think there was a stat about their red zone, their plus minus, and that's basically the only thing that you can really point to
Yeah.
of why they're winning.
Well, defense, too. They're getting those turnovers. They're scoring on defense. They're doing
Pick
some.
six.
Yeah.
TJ Watts.
Yeah.
But Cincinnati feels like the right pick to me. If they put it together, they started getting hot, and they have the experience. The one thing I think is a little bit of an X factor I was talking to you about a little bit was I think Odell's finding his stride now too, which will boost the Ravens a little bit. I just seen this burst out of him the last 2 weeks that impressed me.
agree.
Like Odell's coming back.
Didn't he only have one catch in each of those games, though?
The last 2 games he scored.
Yeah, I think that was the only catch he had.
Oh, yeah,
though.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's
Takes
gonna
a while to
be
come back from those knees.
he's
The
gonna
injuries.
be boom or bust kind of a thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I like the other. Who's the?
Zay Flowers.
Yes,
He's
a
a
stud. I got him in a single game parlay tonight
To score?
to get over 50 some odd yards, and he's been pretty good with that. I already hit on him when he was in Europe. So I think there's a lot of different ways this game could go.
Mm-hmm.
I got like a couple different single game parlays.
I'm looking forward to you to start singing with that pour, my friend.
That's
That's a
We
hell
lost
of a
our game.
pour there. This guy's got a full. Put that up. This is not a.
a small
I'll
bet.
put some hair on your
I
back,
love
my friend.
scotchy scotch.
This is 101
Wild turkey.
Bourbon.
Wild Turkey.
That's the wild
Scotch
turkey.
bourbon. You know, Jim, after hearing Jorel's breakdown of this game, I'm going to say we're going to go slightly over on 30 minutes around the league.
I think we're going to try our best. Hopefully, don't run out of tape
Technically,
here.
we haven't started yet.
Not yet. We got there.
Between Jorel and Daryl, we might have 5 seconds between us.
I was
tonight.
going to say that before the show started with me here talking football.
You got
It's
2
over
minutes,
with.
my friend.
Good thing we got
There's
plenty
a
of beer.
timer on there.
All right, let's. Speaking of beer, this beer in my hand right now is empty. So let's go ahead and do a little segment where we're going to try a beer that I don't think any of us have ever had before.
never had this.
No. So this little segment here is called Libation Exploration.
Tasty beers or fine bourbons for our face holes to try. It's libation exploration with the numbers guys.
And we are back in Studio 8B. So tonight's beer brought in by none other than Richie Rich. This
Richie
is
Rich or Dennis Miller?
well, you're also like Dennis Miller. Yeah. This is called Barista. Barista. It's a
must-
cold
I'm looking at the
brew.
wrong one.
Oh, we got.
That's okay.
We're going through them both.
Yeah, we're gonna do them
parent.
both. We have 2 tonight. We do have 2
The
tonight.
parent, too.
Cold brewed, Jimmy?
This is cold brewed, my brother.
Served warm, though, I think.
It might be a little on the warm side.
I came right out of a fridge
Came out of the fridge.
across the street.
All right, here's what this says about Barista. It's
Oh,
a
I'm feeling
cold
it.
brew coffee lager.
Wow.
It says it has a deep, rich coffee flavor, a fragrant coffee aroma, smooth coffee flavor, with no bitterness. No bitterness. It's available in November, December, so on and so forth. This is from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Wolverine Beer.
Tones would love it coming out of
He would.
Ann
He's
Arbor, Michigan.
he's a big Wolverine guy. You know that.
Got the Wolverine paw on there.
It doesn't have too much of the coffee aroma, but it does taste. You definitely taste that deep coffee. This is pretty good.
I don't taste any beer in it.
Oh, no beer in it.
It says 5%.
I'm
Oh,
pouring
6.5.
Well, Jorel, it's not a coffee. It's a cold brew. It's a different kind of bean, my friend.
Yeah.
I know nothing about coffee besides I
way,
like to drink it in the morning. That's about it.
I know one fact.
I bet-
Coffee grown at 500 meters or 5,000 meters is the best coffee. That's why Colombia's elevation is that.
You're talking about above sea level, or
Also a commodity, Jorel.
it is. Yeah, he said he brought in some beans
Yeah.
one time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't African though. What did he say?
Yeah, Tanzania and
There you go. That's what
and
that is.
Kenya.
Daryl,
Not as dark as I thought this would be.
what do you got if?
No.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I think you go to the hospital immediately if your pee looks like this, right?
You think Guinness is darker? Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
can see it now.
This is
Now I
more
see it,
brown,
yeah.
like brown and less black.
You can't
Yeah, it
see
is.
through it, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, kind of. If you get the right
Yeah,
light,
it's
you
not.
actually
It's not
can.
as opaque. Let me put it up. See if you can see that again there.
Dark, darker side,
It's definitely
brownish.
dark.
It
It's
is a
definitely
brown
not as
ale.
dark as a Guinness, though.
No,
I agree. It's
not
got
a lot
like
of head.
an amber color to it.
It smells like coffee.
It's pretty good though.
Looks like
Yeah.
a chew. Feels like a sneaker.
I'm a coffee guy. I'm a coffee lager guy, so I never tried this one.
Oh, have you guys had the whiskey called cold brew?
The whiskey?
Jameson, I think it is.
Oh, I don't think I've tried that one yet.
One of my
I've seen
good
that.
friends, Drew, always has it, and it's really good. It's
Okay.
really good. There's one to look for if you like whiskey.
Yeah. I'll look for that.
Called
Sounds
cold brew, I'm
interesting.
pretty
You just
sure.
drink it over the rocks, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of how I do everything now.
Now, Jorel, I don't know if you're familiar with our rating scale here at the Numbers Guys, but basically, it's 1 through 5.
Okay.
5 being you would drive across town for this shit. 4 is you'd buy it without hesitation. 3, you wouldn't kick it out of bed. 2, you're going to choke it down on the show just so you don't look like a puss, but you really don't care for it. And number 1, the lowest rating is hard pass, nastier than Flint's water. And you can, give a number. You can give just, whatever your rating is, whatever you would want to do. And I don't know what kind of beer you like typically outside of Peroni. You had mentioned that you like Peroni, but that's all I know about you. So what do you think on this one?
I'm gonna say 3. I'm kind of, I'm not gonna spend my money on it, but if people busted them out, I'm good with it. Like this is definitely a nice drink, but it's not what I'm going for. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But I'm also not into dark beers generally.
Okay.
But it says lager. Maybe that's why I'm liking it, because I'm into lagers. It's a coffee lager, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, usually they're porters that have the coffee.
Porter,
in them.
yeah, and I'm not that big on porters.
Gotcha.
But
This
that
is-
vanilla Java porter
I think
is
it
pretty
makes
good.
it a little easier drinking being a lager.
This is thinner.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
a thinner, normally you think coffee beer, you think it's going to be a stout or a porter or
Yeah.
something that's got that thicker mouthfeel. This is, you could almost say this is refreshing in the right
You said
context.
that. He
This
said that
could be
right.
a good
Rich.
one for the 9:30 show after you guys have
I
a.
think it's
How
going
much
to be.
caffeine in this stuff?
So what you got to do though is do it like the day goes and freeze the coffee and mix it in here a little bit and make like a iced coffee out of it.
Sure.
I would do that.
Rich, you're right though. It's lighter on the drinking. Like a porter, I can drink that 16 ounce they give you, or a stout, and then I'm done.
Right. Well,
I
the
definitely could have a few of these.
The porter too is probably like 10%, 11%.
True, this
Where
is
this
6
is
and a
probably 6. What do you think, Daryl? What's your rating on this bad boy?
I'm gonna give it a 3, and it's probably my least favorite of the coffee type beers that we've had. Jimmy, do you got a list of all the ones we've had?
I don't.
No.
Just in
On the
my,
shelf.
in my mind.
One was a habanero.
Ooh,
Does that have coffee in it?
that sounds like I would like
Did
that.
it have a? It was sort of like a vanilla Java.
I gotcha.
That was the one you brought in, I think.
I think this is the first one that actually says it has like a coffee in it, though, like a cold
I
brew.
think technically this would be the first, cold brew coffee lager.
We lost our game.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, that
we got a
happens a lot.
connection, HDMI connection issue.
The hamsters in the back sometimes fall off the wheel. It's no big deal.
they're working overtime tonight too, by the way.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it, Jimmy.
Give him a couple of these coffee brews.
I think it's an easy drinking beer. I think it's something you throw on at the tailgate. I'm a Bloody Mary guy, but I think once I'm only good for one. So after the Bloody Mary, this is something I'd like to drink.
Bloody Mary like morning, or Bloody Mary is one of your favorite drinks?
A morning drink for sure,
Yeah,
not all day.
I'm with you, yeah, I'm
It's
with
not an all day thing.
It'll burn your esophagus off if you.
I seen Daryl drink 2 or 3 of them before at a pool party. I was wondering.
That's
Pretty impressive.
It's either early in the morning or by the pool. I can do because I don't get into all them, margaritas.
I
and-
can't. No.
Yeah.
What's more dangerous though, the Long Island or the Bloody Mary in the morning?
I only drink the Bloody Marys. I don't do the.
Long Islands kill me.
Yeah, I'm not a big Long Island guy.
I like them at night sometimes, and I'm in the mood. But morning guy, it's always Bloodies to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. Not great, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think it's like I said, in a way, it's oddly refreshing, which you wouldn't expect. I'm going to say, you know what? Next Saturday, maybe we get some of these. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't kick it out of bed. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
like
I'd
the
buy it
3.5.
though
I'm with
again. Yeah, 3.5. 3.5. Everybody
You know
get
what?
their-
You know what it kind of tastes like when you do the Keurig and you do it too big. Like when you do like the
It's
extra
watered
pour.
down.
That's kind of where this is at. It's like the extra pour. It's not like when you do the short one for an espresso.
Right.
It's kind of like
You do the
a
12
2 or
ounce
3 cup
By accident.
pour, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
with
kind of
you.
where it's at because it's not that bad at all. Like you could definitely whack down a few of these.
Sure. All right. Well, I'm glad we sorted all that out. We actually have one more beer, and I brought this one in. This is Perrin which is another Michigan brewery. This is their Blackberry IPA, and they're noted for their grapefruit IPA that they make. Let me see. Whoop, that's the wrong one here. Put this up
Parent
there.
I did have was in a green bottle. And
Oh,
I
was it
can't
green
remember-
bottle?
Yeah, and I think it was in one of them weird ones that you got to like twist off the top too.
I think that's like a Grosh.
Could be.
I saw that today. Yeah.
Oh,
You're talking about
It's
the
got
parent?
silver thing that you can kind of click off the top.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that, Jimmy?
Well, I think a lot of times the beer type of Kolsch is sometimes in those bottles,
Yeah.
but I don't know what the bottle itself is called. All right, so this is seasonal Blackberry IPA, Perrin Brewery. That's what do we say, Comstock, Michigan.
Comstock, baby.
Comstock, Michigan.
West Side.
Seasonal brew, tart sweetness of ripened blackberries, along with an aromatic floral bouquet of fresh Michigan bittering hops. Sit back with this beer, enjoy the change of season wherever you are, folks.
Can you click on? Can we download that sales sheet there?
Did you want me? You saw that? I'm thinking like, what does this even do?
Is
Am I
this-
on like the distributor website here?
Is
I
this
don't know
a
what's going
sign?
on.
Is this a sign for us to bet Chase to score tonight? This might be a sign. We're frozen on Jamar Chase right now.
I might get down on that
Yeah,
right
we
now.
seem to be having some internet
I'm
issues.
down with him. I think he's the best in the
It's gotta
league.
be.
Him and
What do you think the odds of him anytime touchdown? It's probably a minus 130 tonight or something.
Well, you're probably dead on with that 120.
So I think FanDuel.
You don't know. I'm actually a line setter. That's my side job.
So
Nice.
This guy's a
I think
bookmaker.
Chase had a boost at FanDuel
Chase Bank.
maybe at the start of the week, Monday or Tuesday. I think it was bumped to like plus 150.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Like you can't really pass on that because he's
I-
a threat to score at any time.
No T.
Incidentally, I did pass on it, but I am kind of regretting it. I'm with you.
I mean, the
think
Ravens play
he's.
defense, but their secondary is probably the weakest part of their team.
I'm with you though. I think he is the best receiver in pro football.
This is good.
Not bad.
I'm not an IPA fan really at all.
No?
No,
Okay, so
this
this
is
has a
like-
kind of a purpley head to it, and it's a purpley ambery color.
Brought to you by the fine folks at Fago. Right?
It's another local thing. So this is
I would have been so hyped if it really was Fago. I
Yeah.
was looking for Fago.
Doesn't it have that taste to it though?
Yeah.
yeah, I've actually had this.
I was telling you how me and my mom like to get fruity beers and freeze them. Like get them just slushy before football starts. This is one of those.
Huh.
But you should get it now while you can because it's seasonal.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have to do that this Sunday.
And it's pretty delicious. It's a little. It reminds me of if you guys have ever had Short Soft Parade.
Really?
It's down that road.
That's the one we were talking about.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that's
we
what
were
we were
talking
talking
about
about.
that.
This, yeah, good call.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of down that road, but it's only 5% ABV as opposed to Soft Parade, which is much higher. And you're right. Oh, you need a paper towel?
Yeah.
All right.
Rich has done that before.
I'm the clumsiest person there is.
Spilled your beer.
Yeah. Me? Feels told me
Thank you, sir.
told me that's something I've done before. No, that happens time to time. We'll have an instant replay of it next week. No big deal.
Perfect.
We have that instant.
Laugh about that fumble.
I want to have the rock
I don't
and rye
fumble
version.
much, though.
I want Perrin's rock and rye.
It looks like rock and roll.
My parents rocking right too.
It does. It looks like it.
That would probably be way better than this.
I honestly never even liked rock and rye.
Oh,
I like it. Nice
that's
and cold.
shocking. I've never heard anybody say that
There's
before.
only 2 Fagos I'll even drink, maybe.
Sorry, Rich.
What are they? What are they?
What's the vanilla one?
Cream
soda.
Yeah.
That one's
one
pretty
was-
good.
That
Moon
one was
Mist. That was not bad.
Moon mist?
Moon Mist, and I guess I would drink the cola if I had a gun against me. But
good. I liked orange.
Right out of your own money.
Rock
Drinking
and
the
rye.
cola.
Yeah, for me, it's red pop and rock and rye.
Oh, red pop.
Yeah,
I forgot
red
about
pop's
red pop.
I'm
Yeah.
not a grape. I'm not. I just don't like those flavors too much.
I probably haven't had a red pop in 15 years.
Oh man.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't usually go to
This
Kroger
Perrin's
and
the
buy.
closest thing to that, isn't it? Ugh.
A little more tart than red pop, I think.
You guys like this better than the coffee?
No, this is grape,
Not
Jimmy.
at all.
This is grape Fago.
Not
Grape
at all.
fig? God, I
I'm
remember
with
that.
you. Oh, I don't know. They're both like
I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not. I mean,
solid. They're solid.
All right, Jorel,
doesn't
did you
even
give it a
taste
rating?
like IPA.
Did you give this a rating? Did you want to give it a rating?
It's about a 3 again.
A
like
3
right
again?
there.
Okay, not kicking it out of bed.
I'll go 3 and 3.5 on the coffee. Like that was a good call. Like it wasn't the worst, but I'm not buying it.
Not buying it.
Actually, this might be a good freezer beer for me and my mom on Sunday. We'll try this one again.
All right. This sold in 15 packs, by the way.
So then I gotta say 3.5.
So an even 3.5 for
These
both
are
of those.
sold
Give it
in
the hook.
15 packs?
Those are sold in 15
Wow.
packs, man. I just bought them from Total Wine and More.
5%.
Liquid
I would.
craftsmanship.
I think I'd rather have the Natter Day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think
But,
so.
But I'd give it a 3. And
You gotta get some Natter Days, Drell. Put those on
Have you
ice.
had a Natter Day? Oh man,
Save yourself
You're
some
missing
cash and great drink.
like $10 for 30 of them too. It's a great deal.
Your glass reminds me of a shot we've been doing lately. The peanut butter and jelly. You guys ever do those?
No.
Pretty good. It's that. What's that peanut butter liquor that people?
Oh, I don't like
shooting?
that shit though. That peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
That
fan.
and Chardonnay or something.
Charbonnet.
Or
Zach Charbonnet?
something like that. Yeah.
Seahawks?
Yeah.
A guy that everyone told me was going to have a big year and take away from Kenneth Walker. Like, what are you guys talking about? Kenneth Walker's a stud.
Yeah.
Second round pick though. And he mixes well with PB&J whiskey apparently. So
He sure does.
Did they draft him that high?
they did. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, he's a good back, but he ain't no Kenneth Walker.
That's
I
right.
agree. Although, did you see his stat line last week?
He's had a couple rough weeks the last 4.
I mean,
but-
it wasn't bad. He had a 60-some-odd yard reception for a touchdown.
which saved it.
And then he had another 60 yards on rushing, but it was...
25 carries.
Yeah, it wasn't... It was weird.
I'm disgusted we lost
But
it.
I think the problem is Geno Smith, probably. You know,
Yeah, he's the problem. It's him.
It's probably him.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout
You hear
out
what the
Taylor.
Lions D-line was saying, though? That he's weirdly athletic and very hard to get.
He wasn't
They were
that
saying,
game.
like, he's a really good playmaker. Like, I know our D-line's pretty young, but they were talking about how Geno's been one of the toughest to get this year.
That's because it can't catch
he
anybody that
does. He
runs
does
over a
make
4 or
plays.
5. Like Lamar went crazy on him.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
We'll see what they do against
Fields.
Fields.
He's back.
Back, baby.
He
Back
ain't.
again.
Yeah, well,
Hopefully they still have him trying to throw.
I'm on the positive side of Fields. I think he's a good quarterback, but I don't think he's Lamar.
Right.
Lamar has the accuracy. Like, Lamar does have accuracy.
Right. They just want to cram it down your throat running the ball, and they don't want him doing it. They want the three-headed monster.
I'm so mad I didn't get on Gus Edwards after the injury because, like, I knew the Ravens want to pound the rock, and Gus Edwards is that, like, tough runner.
yeah.
It's not even Gus scoring lately.
The
Who's
rookie.
that rookie cat?
I did get
that's-
him. I did pick him up. Kayvon Mitchell or something.
It seems like they're giving him the
buy
ball
that.
more and more every week.
He's a home run hitter. So he hits that home run when there's that opportunity.
That's another one that I got in a single game parlay.
How many
Jimmy?
SGPs you got, pal?
I got too many.
Yeah, mine's a scroll.
TOO.
By Saturday morning, mine's a scroll. I have so many damn bets. I go all the way up to 20-team parlays. I get nuts with it.
That's crazy.
I hit it. Oh, I told you the Lions screwed me on the 16-team.
Yeah. There's always one, man.
What would that have paid?
It was $10 to win 1,600.
Nice.
It was something like that because I had a lot of big money line favorites.
What's crazy is when you do parlays, I don't know if you guys have had the same experience, but you could have a 2-team parlay and you lose by a team. You could have a 22-team parlay and you lose by a team. It's always one.
It's the worst feeling too.
Doesn't matter.
One thing I like now in today's gambling, the buyout button. I almost did it earlier on Sinner. Sinner was.
Talk to Daryl. Yeah, I don't like the buyout button.
I like the buyout button because, like, if you have a big parlay like that,
Yeah.
like I could have cashed a couple $100 if I didn't believe the Chargers were going to win that game.
But it's always when it's still in your favor. You know, as soon as you get down in that game, they take that away from
Take
you.
it away right away. Yeah.
That's what.
Well, if you watch
It's there
episode,
for you to cash, like to save them money, really.
Sure.
if you watch episode 3, Daryl will tell you parlays are not good, but he's bet every parlay since.
I mean, I think that generally the sharp bettor would tell you that, right, Jimmy? Am I wrong? Like, isn't it in every
That's what
textbook?
they say. That's what they say.
But I find it entertaining.
Yeah.
I like a lottery ticket. I like
Everybody
a
likes
chance.
a good parlay.
I like the lottery tickets
Yeah,
too.
but
I
a
introduced
smart.
a parlay to my picks this week. First
Okay.
time ever.
First time, I was going to say something to you, Richie. That's not usually your style.
You guys,
but
that's a good lottery ticket. Every week after the teams win and lose, I go through all the standings, and I parlay just $1 or $2. All the college, like they only put like 5 or 6 of the college conferences on there, and then all the NFL conferences. Every week, I have probably like 60 pending right now, based on like who's winning or odds. Like you were talking about the Bengals earlier. Like you think that's the best NFC North team. So, like, I put them in a couple parlays this week because they're getting odds. So I do it every week and stack them up, and then because they all pay, like, I think the smallest one is like $600. So I'm hoping I hit one of them by the end of the year.
I'm gonna take a quick pause here and catch up with the chat. We have Big D. This is in reference to College Football Joe next Saturday, and Anthony. He wants to know if they can get some boxing gloves for those two, and they can maybe beat the shit out of each other.
You trying to bring College Football Joe up here? Or?
No, I'm not going to bring him from North Carolina. No, but we're going to maybe either via phone or video
I can
call.
bring in some headphones. I'll be down there next week.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be in North Carolina. He's
That would be
he's
a
near
hell of
Raleigh,
a-
Durham.
Oh,
Where
It's
you,
not too far. I'm flying into Charlotte.
oh yeah, go see College Football Joe while you're down there.
There we go.
I'm sure he'd love that.
Sure.
Also, we got K Dub in the chat
Oh.
tonight. I don't think I've ever seen K Dub in the chat. He says, "Daryl, don't be too hard on the lad." Meaning, I don't know if you were giving Jorel a hard time. But
I
assuming
was.
that's what it was. And then,
I think I just said I like Matlock because he's a little more sophisticated than me, and I'm just sitting there, trying to decide between Night Court and
no, Matlock is more sophisticated than you. He was a smart guy. Also, we have Realtor Lauren is in the chat right now. She says, "Go figure." Richie picks out a beer that has coffee in it, right up his alley.
That's right.
Yeah,
Is
he
that
knows
true?
very
Am I a
well.
big coffee guy?
I guess apparently Rich is a big coffee guy. I didn't really know
Oh,
this.
Rich, you're a big coffee guy.
I'm a coffee guy for sure.
I did not
Anytime.
know that
Yeah.
about you.
So, the everyday coffee drink is still vanilla Java Porter. I think that's the one to, that's the go-to, right?
The mainstream beer.
yeah, that's it.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
But like I said, I can only do about that 1/16 ouncer and I'm done.
That's a good one.
All right, while we finish these beers, guys, I have. I thought maybe we should talk to our guest a little bit here, because you're in what would it be safe to say, an aspiring professional handicapper? Or
Yeah,
just,
you could say that,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you're how long have you been doing that now?
I mean, on and off, I've wrote for article, like different sites and stuff, but almost my whole life, I guess. But I kind of started taking it a little more serious in like 2014, 2015 when I was writing. And yeah, I want to get, into the podcasting and talking football and training, like all that. I've just been studying football my whole life. I should get back to the game.
Sure. So you make picks every week, right? Looks
Yeah,
like
I've
you
been
take
doing good.
every game against the spread.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
And that's available, by the way, on Facebook. There's a link in the description below as to you can link right into that Facebook. And also your social media is on there as well. So I
Yeah.
want to make sure that people go on there and follow you. And it looks like you're 58%
For every game, yeah.
so far this year.
Yeah.
Now, did you do it last year too?
Yeah, last year I finished at 59, I think, and the playoffs I dominated.
No kidding.
Playoffs, my numbers were, I forget what they are right now, but they're really high. But I did 59 last year, and that's picking every game and using Barstool. But
And-
now
and-
ESPN Bet.
Now ESPN Bet.
Yeah.
So do you pick every game regardless? So you don't ever stay.
Yeah, all four.
Okay.
Like this week, I think it's, I forget how many games. I think it's 14
I
this
think
week.
I got
Oh, no,
14
there's
this
like, I just had the buys up, actually. There's, but yeah, I pick every game against the spread. And I've been doing pretty good. Like, so what I like to do is the one lock pick, then 3 confidence picks. So I have like I don't know if you want to call it, if you're rating them like a 3-star, a 2-star, and a 1-star. And then I pick the rest of the games. And that's where I've been doing really good is my confidence picks. I'm at 65%, 19, 10, and 3 right now.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, it's incredible.
I actually have the
That is
Bengals
really
tonight
incredible.
as one of my confidence picks, my lower confidence pick.
And I guess what's the end game? Are you want to start selling picks?
I
Is
don't
that what
know.
you're?
I just kind of like doing it.
Just like
I just
doing
want to
it?
see because they say you're a professional handicapper if you pick over 55%.
Yeah.
And so far, the 2 years I've done it, the first year I actually charted, I was picking a lot. I was just picking my favorite stuff each week and then putting it on a spread.
Okay.
But now I'm doing the NFL games. And yeah, I mean, it's funny. I'm one of the most honest salesmen you'll ever meet. Like I tell people exactly what they're buying, right?
Sure.
And I believe selling picks is just gambling without a loss. Like all
Sure.
you're doing is telling someone, we'll charge your credit card if it wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really like that side of the hustle. Like, yeah, if I'm successful and I'm picking constantly and I'm doing well, then I would like to help people some way that way.
Okay.
That would be cool. But I know it's a scam in the end. Like when you buy picks, you're still getting scammed. That guy's just gambling without a loss. That's how I look at it, right?
No.
So like professional handicapping is kind of a scammy business in my
it is.
opinion.
People like Vegas Dave or.
But if you're good
Yeah.
at it, then you're worth $50 a pick or whatever, right? If
Yeah.
you're good at it, if you're giving people good information. But the whole aspect of the thing, I think, is kind of scammy. It's just it's gambling without a loss.
It's
That's
a
all
little
it
bit
is.
slimy.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
You're just using someone else's money, and if you lose, you don't lose anything.
Right. Especially
So-
nowadays, people are like, I'm not big into TikTok or really any social media at all, but I'm a little bit older. And, those guys are on there. It's a can't lose, bro. It's can't lose lock. You love it. I can't stand that shit.
You know what my favorite thing is, though, is you see the can't lose lock guys, and then people from the same organization. Say there's like 7 or 8 guys from that organization. The other guy's got, the Ravens, and one guy's saying can't lose Bengals. You know what I mean? They're from the same organization.
No kidding.
I see it happen all the time.
On both ends of the...
Yeah, they might be on a show together once a week, or basically the same organization. Like they work for the same company in a way, and I see it happen a lot. It's like,
okay.
You would think a whole organization would be in a way picking together. Like obviously, like we're all going to pick games and we're going to be against each other. But
sure, yeah, there'll be
if we were selling picks as a team, we would all be on the same page, right? So it's just a scammy business. So like, I don't want to do that part of it, but I'm just so passionate about football, and I've been studying my whole life, and I was a former quarterback that I enjoy it.
Okay.
And I think it would help, if you have good picks, to do podcasts and have a website and stuff like that.
Sure.
Because I fully enjoy coaching. I've coached at a couple levels, and I love like the coaching side and the improving people in the sport is really passionate. Like I coached with Coach Lancey, a Hall of Fame coach, so like that was really, really cool to learn from him.
Yeah.
So kind of just the whole football atmosphere, I want to open up more. I want to get back to it, right? I haven't put much since college, and then I played a year of arena football. I haven't really done anything in football since, and I'm so passionate about it. It's like, why wouldn't I be a part of it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that.
And I have good information. Like I'm very confident in the stuff I know and what I study too. So
yeah, and without giving too much away, because I obviously don't want to go through your process or in depth, but you are doing trend analysis, right? If I remember.
No, that's about. I would put trends at about 25-30% of my picks.
Okay.
I'm Italian, so I still go on feeling.
Yeah. Well, that's normal.
I'm the guy that will, like do the dumb hit in blackjack sometimes.
Yeah, even though it's negative
like
EV.
The team don't want it, but I'm telling you guys, I'm Italian. I feel he's got the shit card.
Okay.
So, but I would put trends in to a big portion of 25-30%, because I think that's where Vegas makes their money, anyways. Like you see like we were talking about earlier, like Liberty could be 10-0 and they're playing Auburn, who's 5-5.
Okay.
And the spreads say 6. I'm going Auburn because just be based on 4 quarters of you got to beat that team in 4 quarters of pure talent. Like Liberty, Liberty's a bad example right now, but generally speaking, Liberty's nowhere near the talent level of Auburn. So the Auburn should just handle them in 4 quarters.
Yeah, you would sure think so.
So, but sometimes trends go against that. So you gotta pick and choose your battles.
Right. You guys have anything you want to?
I mean, trends. Isn't there like two different kinds of trends? The ones that are just pure luck.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the other one that's like, what would be a good example of the other one, Jimmy?
To me,
I'm thinking in my head, like, is it weather related or something? Maybe
weather related for sure.
And when I met you, Jim, we were talking about another good one is this. You got all these trends that say Green Bay does this, Green Bay does that, Green Bay does this. Well, that's Aaron Rodgers' Green Bay for the last 14 years. So those trends mean nothing today, in my opinion.
Right.
I understand certain like atmospheres when you come from San Diego and you go play at Lambeau. That there's just something about that energy where I'm not even using a good example right now, but like certain teams just play bad in certain places. And I think that has a lot to do with energy and atmosphere and travel, blah blah blah. But so like certain trends do make a lot of sense. Like they always show up and get their ass kicked in this house. You know what I mean? Like that does happen.
Yeah. Well,
so there's good ones to look at. You just got to pick and choose what you're looking at.
What you're talking about, Daryl, too, is that we had a conversation at one point, is the difference between a trend and an angle.
Yes.
So for an angle, or for a trend to become an angle, you have to be able to not reverse engineer that, but you have to be able, let's say Kirk Cousins always performs bad in primetime games, right? That's something that last time there was a primetime game with Kirk Cousins, everybody was saying that.
Yeah.
So you have to think, okay, why does he perform poorly in later games? Is it because it's later in the day and he skips breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that's why that happens?
It literally could be something like that too.
Right, and if that's it, then you should be able to see that correlated to 1 p.m. games, 4 p.m. games.
Yeah.
He should perform worse in 4 p.m. games, and then the late games, he should be the worst out of the 3.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, part of it. And then once you can identify that, then you have an angle, which is actionable from a betting perspective, versus a trend, which is, a lot of times, there was one that I think you had sent me. I on Monday night, I had the Eagles. And you're like, oh, the Eagles, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, maybe we'll buck the trend this time.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that was anything that was actionable.
And this is hilarious. I was telling you a little bit of how my mom is the luckiest. She wins all the time, right?
Yeah, she's big into the
And I'll
sports.
come to her like, Brady's 8-0 off a loss. He never loses. Yeah, well, I think 8-0 means they got to lose. So maybe that's why
Yeah,
she wins so much, because
there you
she's
go.
just against. When they show you 9-0s and 10-0s and 11-0s, she immediately starts thinking, well, maybe it's time. And I've never seen someone win so much in my life. Just constant win. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And that's kind of her thinking, because she don't know the sport like I do. No way.
Right.
But she watches enough. And then I was telling you, too, like she looks for consistency in quarterbacks and defenses, too. So sometimes, bucking the trend makes sense. It's in your face because they want you to bet it, you know? Right?
Sure.
Now ESPN's for sure working with Vegas.
Yeah, you think? All right. Well, speaking of, I appreciate you being here again, man. Really do. And I think you're on the right track. And if you can keep that up, Billy Walters said probably the greatest sports bettor of all time was Billy Walters.
Steve Fezzik.
Well, Steve Fezzik's good too. But he was running at 57% in his prime or over the course of his career. So if you can keep it anywhere near that, then you have a hell of a future ahead of you.
Yeah, my goal is to hit 60 this year. I'm hoping. I fell down a little bit. I went 7-5 last week, 7-5-2 or whatever it was.
Okay. Well, I'll probably tell you this week. Why not? Although, you think there's going to be any regression going on at some point? That having a 58% is probably not going to be feasible.
There's got to be, but I study enough and I have a good grip on what these teams can do. So I think I could stay. I think I can hit my 60% for the field.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to see what happens. That's for sure.
What's your winning percentage this year, Jimmy?
Do I have a winning percentage? I just track it in units.
Yeah.
NFL
Yeah, you guys do the 6
plus
units,
20
right?
point something units.
Oh,
The
that's
NFL
good.
has been Jimmy has been outstanding.
And you guys only get 6 bets a week, right?
Well, we started
six
off, it
picks?
was 3. So we
Okay.
actually upped that maybe week 2 or 3 of the
And you're
NFL.
plus 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
15%.
Because in all honesty, I'm down on the year gambling. Like I'm
Sure.
I might be picking good, but I'm not gambling good.
Well, actually, that was going to be a question. And after talking to you before the show, I kind of got. So you probably put most of your action in one book, right? You bet at Barstool primarily or
Yeah,
ESPN?
but I think I'm going to sign up for all of them just to get some spreads.
Okay. So my question that I actually had was going to be, I think handicapping and betting are two different things. Mm-hmm. Do we agree on that? That
sure.
You can be a great handicapper and a shitty bettor. You can be a really great bettor and a shitty handicapper.
I'm really good at when people go, "Oh, Cincinnati's playing the Ravens next week." I'm really good at being like, "Oh, that's probably be a 3-point spread," like handicapping it.
Right.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Right. And Rich?
Yeah, you're good at that
you
too,
fall to
right?
the ladder
Rich?
camp.
Like you always know what the spread's about to be, right? I feel like I'm really good at that too. But betting, well, I did good last year. The KC game, the Super Bowl actually saved me. I had a losing year, and KC went down 12. I moneylined them right then and there. Because
Okay.
KC and Golden State are my 2 favorite teams to bet on when they're down. Because they both come back. They always come back.
Oh, you're doing basketball too?
Never, but just
Oh, okay.
Golden State.
Just- okay.
Yeah, Curry's just that guy. Curry's
Yeah.
the Mahomes of
Sure.
NBA.
So that was going to be my question: is what percentage to be successful do you think comes down to handicapping? So being able to make your own lines, being able to identify, which team, is the spread accurate, so on and so forth, versus the betting aspect, which is finding the best line and being able to know when the line's going to move and being able to get down the amount of money you want to be able to get down on something.
Yeah, like bet early in the week because the line's low, or bet
when
late,
you bet.
wait. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think the best, from what I've seen, the best bettors look for a value in every situation.
Sure.
Because, and that's where my problem is I like to go 5 or 6 big favorites in a parlay and even the money out, or be plus 200, plus 300. Those are kind of I'll do a 10-team parlay with 10 teams that I think should win this week. Some of them are minus 1,500, right? But the good bettors that I've learned from, and the ones that I see cash out, I mean, if you don't cash out, you ain't a good bettor. They always look for value. Like they always, because you can lose 2 or 3, but if you get value constantly, you can get back into the positive with that.
Sure.
Like there's one guy that's doing, last year he was successful. This year he's up like $2,500. He bets the under. He puts $100 on the under he takes the dog and the under every game, $100. And yeah, you lose like 7 in a row, but then you get a team that's plus 9 and they pull it with the under and it pays for all of them, right? So there's value in that. And that's why he's making money, because he might lose 6 in a row, but then he hits a plus 800 and he's back, into the positive.
Back to the positive.
Last I seen 2 weeks ago, I think the guy was up like $2,800, just putting $100 on every game. He just takes the dog in the under. I've been kind of doing that.
This is the year of the under, I do believe.
Yeah, 60%, I think.
Yeah.
What is it at?
60-something percent.
That's a lot.
maybe.
A lot of unders this year.
Wow.
That's why you see we had 2 games that
Time
are
to start betting
low
the over.
30s.
Well, I'm one of them guys that I don't think I can bet an under. I just can't do it.
That's
Covers
sound
that.
like
And
everybody
Vegas
else on the
loves
show.
that. Like Vegas loves us.
My friend over here
Yeah.
feels the same way.
Why? I love winning the game, and I love winning an over in the second quarter. You know what I mean? Like, already catching that
Oh
one.
yeah, you never have to watch a whole game if you got. Well, you shouldn't say never, but
Well, I can't do. I mean, I've been doing a lot more because I tell myself to treat it like a business instead of like a fan. Because when you're passionate about it, like, I lost so much damn money on Peyton Manning and LeBron James because I like him so much.
well, anything to add? Rich, you've been awfully quiet tonight.
I'm just listening to Jorel. I was. My top picks are 7 out of 9. That's 78%. And you know how many trends I look at every week? 0.
Zilch.
And I'm a mutt.
What's your number?
Not
What'd you say?
Italian or anything, and I go off all feeling. I watch the games like you do.
Italian or anything.
Yeah, I can't claim Dago Nation or anything like that. But no, I just I have a feel for every team, like you're saying, and I go, like I was 7 for 7 at one point. I've lost the last 2, so
Damn.
yeah. I mean, everybody's got their system, and sounds like yours is working for you. So that's awesome.
I think the best thing you can do if you really want to make money gambling is you have to watch every game and understand, like he said, he's got a good feel of what this team can do versus them and that team can do versus this. I think if you go back and watch every game from every week, that's how you're going to make the most money. There's, like not listening to other people. Do what your own eyes tell you, right? And I try to go back and watch the NFL replays where they do it and fast forward. I try to watch every game so I have a good feeling.
I just feel like every trend out there's probably something you can
Counter
throw
it with.
a counter it with.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't even pay attention to them.
But there's certain good ones like this one, like this trend I brought up about the Bengals. This is a good one. To me, this is a good trend.
Good one if they win tonight.
But Cincinnati's 10-2 against the spread when Burrow's coming off a loss. Like Burrow, like in the NFL, to bet teams that just lost. Like a team that just lost is going to come back. In the NFL, that's something like when teams are 0-7 and 1-6 and stuff like that. It's almost time to start betting those teams too, just because everything's against them. But like trends like this, I like because it shows that Joe Burrow off a loss is coming. He's showing up and he means business.
So here's my thinking. I don't even care about the trend. Like to me, it's an AFC battle. They're divisional foes. It's going to be a close game, and the Bengals are 5-4, and they got to get going soon to make their run. So I think Burrow's better than Jackson on most days.
Almost every day.
Give me the 3.5. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
And throw in that the Ravens already beat them. It's hard to beat a team twice.
That's what you said. Hard to beat them 3 times though.
Just try beating them 4. Next to fucking impossible.
That's only in college basketball.
So do you, Rich? Are you feeling the under tonight? Like a conservative type game? Or you think
you
they're
know
coming
what?
out?
Primetime unders, like they said, last 5 years are like I think they're higher than high 60s or low 70s. So if you like trends,
following the trends.
I was just gonna say that the no trend guy throwing some trends
I'm telling you, I don't bet over under. First of all, I don't bet unders. So
you don't? Yeah, same here.
I don't bet unders because they suck, and I don't want to wait the whole game to find out when I can win in the second quarter, like you said. So
Just bet the over in USC. They can't play no defense.
I do have it over in my picks, but it's not in NFL, so you'll have to wait to see that, Jorel,
Alright,
when we get to it in 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
play
keep this
it.
moving here because otherwise we're never gonna get to those.
I'm gonna play it too. I'm taking one of my $50 bets.
Let's
and
keep
putting all your
this
guys'
going
stuff
a
in
little
it.
bit here. We got
Jimmy, I think
Yes, sir. Yeah.
just maybe to simplify it even more,
yeah.
it's just about quarterbacks, right? Betting against a quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's
Sometimes.
very
Yeah.
I'll take any bet against Danny DeVito. I'll tell you that much right now.
guy's the man.
The
Love
frustrating
me
thing
some
is,
Giants.
is though if you're following Lamar, and then he loses these games like to Tennessee or Indianapolis, like how do you explain
How?
that? Are you thinking about this guy?
Here's
a
what
great
I love about
quarterback?
Lamar is he's in the MVP conversation, but he's fucking terrible on a fantasy football team.
Yeah, he is.
He's like one of the worst quarterbacks. I don't know, 70%.
Hey, guess
great.
who's quarterbacking on my fantasy team tonight? There we go. That's why I'm not doing so well this year. Well.
Well,
All right,
for
let's-
my sake, hopefully he does shitty because we got
Going
the
against
Bengals
them.
tonight.
Yeah. I got Bengals with you, buddy. Let's go. Bungles.
I got a money line too in most scenarios.
Here is the performance of our top picks year to date, and this is over 26 shows. Can you believe we've been doing this 26 weeks? It's amazing.
It's half a
26
year.
shows.
Half a
Actually, it's
year, bro.
half a year.
That's awesome.
We got Richie, who's just are in the red, man. You are having a
I
hard
got
time the
positive,
last
and
month.
I just went 500, 2-4, 2-4. And last week it came down to the final game again, and I swear to God, those Buffalo Bills had no right to lose that game.
Oh,
but
that game killed.
5 turnovers later, I mean, Russell Wilson looks about 60% of himself that he was, and that's good enough if you turn it over 5 times. Bye-bye offensive coordinator.
Rich,
That's
I
it. He's
have
gone.
2 of my biggest weeks of the year, and Denver ruined both of them. Kansas City I needed last week, and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Or Kansas City
I'll
2
do
weeks
it.
ago. Oh, man. They should never have lost that game.
Yeah, I put 2 units on them, and that was the difference. That was either 4-2 or 2-4, and I ended up at 2-4.
Yeah. D-Dub, he's
They're overrated.
about broke even last week, I think.
Pretty much. It's kind of been that way, just losing on the juice.
Losing the juice. Tones continued his hot streak. He's up 3.44 units since we started the show, and yours truly up 15 point something. My eyes can't even see that.
That's where your money's got to go, Jorel.
Yeah.
JT.
And then the group, we're down. That's okay. Plenty more.
much.
If you're curious as to our NFL performance for the group, we're up 18.94 since we started. Richie down just a little bit. D-Dub down just a little bit. Tones and I up. Tones up 4.5. I'm up 20 and something, 20.45. And then for NCAA, we're down as a group. Minus 8.97. Richie down just a little bit. D-Dub down 7.55. Tones positive there too, and yours truly down 4.05.
Imagine if Anthony just told us his college hockey picks.
He gave me, I have 3 of Anthony's hockeys tonight. And
Why
I'm
he's
curious
good
to
at
see what
hockey?
happens.
College hockey.
He likes hockey. He's a big hockey guy.
College hockey, even better.
I don't know about
Well,
college
I'm
hockey.
just-
I don't know.
but
Can
I'm-
you even bet on that?
I don't. You can, but not until the end of the season.
Okay.
But just based on the fact that he's so much better on college football than NFL,
Is he?
he is. But he's positive on both, so
it's-
hats off to him.
It's only, he's 4.46 on
Okay,
NFL and 6.81. So it's
that's
a unit.
50%.
No, it's not.
It's not.
You're a goddamn accountant, man. You can't get this?
In my head, it's two. It's you take the 6 and you
Well,
subtract
okay,
out the
I see
4.
what you're saying.
I don't know how else would you do it.
I was thinking 8 would be 50%. That'd be 100%.
Come on, Jimmy.
I'm not the accountant here.
All right.
So that's okay.
That's one thing that's killing the year is you have the big college week and then you get destroyed in NFL. Or you have the big, you get destroyed in college, so you come in the NFL with less money, and then you kill that.
Yes.
I have not been able to put both days together almost the whole year.
Same here.
Never once.
It's always one or the other.
Usually I'm good at college, but then last week it was exactly the opposite. I shouldn't say that.
Do you guys notice a
Every
trend?
week.
And maybe it's because I've just 2 weeks in a row. I got PTSD from it now. A trend of the primetime games. These dogs are coming through. It feels like this year the dogs are coming through.
What about the unders on the?
Well, he
prime-
said what 60% somewhere around there,
but
70.
the unders on the Thursday night games.
It's been way under.
I think isn't it every one, Jim? Or
I think it's been every one.
It's gone under every game.
I can't think of a game where it went over.
it's just about every game. It's
Yeah.
not every, but it's just about every Thursday night game.
Which makes sense. I've known NFL running backs, and most of those guys don't walk until Wednesday, anyways. Like they literally don't even walk until Wednesday. Like sure they showed up at practice, but most NFL running backs, for sure, barely practice Monday or Tuesday because of the pounding they take. So it makes sense why unders on Thursday, unless quarterbacks ball out. You know, quarterbacks can ball out on a Thursday, but you shouldn't get much production from your running game, and your linemen are beat up too. So, like, that's one thing, like, a lot of sacks, I would assume. I bet you there's more sacks on Thursday than any NFL day, just because the linemen are beat up and the running backs are beat up. So many NFL running backs I've talked to are like, yeah, we don't practice until Thursday almost. You know what I mean? So it makes sense for unders happening. I'm trying to talk myself into being an under better because generally unders hit more because Vegas knows we all bet
Yes.
overs.
It's factored
I
into
just
it.
can't do it, though. I can't sit there and be like, no scores.
I
Yeah,
think
and I go ahead.
no.
No, I was just say I might be down for the year, but I have hit some. Jimmy got me into a Survivor League this year, and we got down to the Final Four, and we split up the.
Did you split it?
We split it 1,000 each, and
Nice.
then the
Oh,
winner
yeah.
the winner still takes 900 additional. So we're
Okay.
gonna play it out, but
That's cool.
It's 2 years in a row I've made about 1,000 off Survivor leagues.
I want to start doing Survivors. They're cool. I lost.
They're fun.
I did the
they're
ESPN
fun.
The ESPN competition. This one, I think I lost week 4.
And then I got
lost
to tell
early.
you, to our viewers too, where ESPN, as we were talking about, Barstool became ESPN Bet this week,
Yeah.
and you guys were kind enough to tell me that, hey, even if you're an existing user, if you put down any bet, they'll give you $50 free bet. So last night I had a crazy one. I was watching some games, and I decided to throw down on Miami minus 12.5, because I have noticed with the action that the home teams have been covering at a like crazy rate. Almost all of them, I think. And they were down. They were only up 3 late at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They scored, got up 10, stopped them late in the zone, got up 17 with 3 minutes to go. I'm thinking they scored off a fake punt. They've only had 3 points. I'm like, 3 minutes ago, this game's going to be over, right? First play, hits the guy down the seam, 80 yards. Mm-hmm. They called a touchdown. The ball didn't come out, though. They called it a touchdown. On replay, they show the ball coming loose at the 1 yard line. Their guy recovered it. The Buffalo recovered it in the back of the end zone, but his knee was on the line. No touchdown. Stayed at 13.
No way.
Reverse
Miami
bad beat.
ran out the ball. Reverse bad beat. I won it by half
Go!
point.
I love
Well,
that.
we'll take
I
that.
love that.
So that's okay. You were talking about Miami of Ohio
Miami of Ohio
Yeah.
last night. I
against
was like,
Buffalo.
Miami Dolphins. Man, Rich, I'm terrible at interpreting texts.
Well, I said
I'm thinking, what
Miami.
did you tell me? Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
I should have known
specify.
Miami of Ohio and Buffalo were
Well,
playing.
you said though to your credit though, the Dolphins were favored by 12
It
and
was
a half.
12
I
and a
said
half.
12 and a
It
half.
was.
So.
I'm thinking, oh, okay.
Dolphins are at 12 right now.
Last night they were 12 and a half at FanDuel.
That should be a smash
They were
fest.
13.
But I'm watching this play happen. I'm like, geez. I mean, like I thought I had. I mean, your first bonus bet, I kind of throw out there for fun because you know I'm like, if I hit it, I hit it. And just to see this guy racing down and this guy caught him from behind. I'm like, did he punch that ball out? And then like, not only that, but the guy in the back of the end zone, did he have his knee in? And then by like an inch. I can't believe they overturned it. MAC officials are better than like Big 10, Big 12. They got to get these guys up.
Yeah,
Did you see that Washington play?
Yes.
What an idiot. I can't stand people that do that.
Oh, when he dropped it on the
it
one.
drives me nuts.
I had a pretty substantial parlay
On Washington? Yeah,
Yes.
same here. I saw that and I was like, no, because that was a
played
key
Utah, right?
moment.
Played Utah at home.
I liked Utah on that
and
one.
the
Too many
picks-
points.
Pick 6 turned into a fumble at the 1 yard line.
I didn't see that live.
Touchback.
I mean, he dropped it at the. He dropped
One
it
and a
Deshaun
half,
Jackson
yeah.
between the
Deshaun
two.
Jackson, yeah.
But this guy dropped it outside of the 1.
Yeah, so Deshaun.
It wasn't.
This is the first I've ever seen.
I mean,
do
this
that.
wasn't even close.
Deshaun
it
was one
wasn't.
of the first I've ever seen do that,
Yes.
too.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
it just
what are
doesn't
you
make
thinking
sense
when
to
you're
me.
doing that? If I'm like running down the sidelines, I mean, I'm partying,
I mean-
but I'm bringing that thing back. I'm not dropping that ball till I'm in the back of the end zone.
Yeah. Well, the Washington guy, you could clearly see, like, when he crossed the 5, he thought he was in the end zone. He for sure thought he was.
You know, Shannon Sharp did that one time against the Lions back in the day. Sterling Sharp.
Sterling Sharp.
Sterling, yeah.
Packers.
One of my favorite receivers.
He thought he was in the end zone, and he was inside the 10
Yeah.
because there was so much snow on the ground. Do you guys
That's
recall
amazing.
that one?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he was standing there, and then all of a sudden he saw everybody rushing toward him. I mean, he was so far ahead of everybody else, and then all of a sudden he's like,
It's like
"Oh,
that Lion playoff
I
game.
wish-
He
I
was
wish
about
his-
20 yards in front of everybody on that.
I'm a
catch,
big
too.
Lions fan, but I wish Sterling Sharp's career would have panned out because he was very, very good.
That was pretty good. I
He
think.
was really good.
He's
man.
no Shannon,
What did he go
but
down
he
on?
was-
His
He
neck
was-
injury?
no Shannon."
No Shannon Sharp.
He was
Oh, he's better
significantly
than Shannon.
better
Shannon's a
than
Hall of Famer.
I know, but in
Where's
my
Sterling's
opinion,
spot in the Hall of Fame?
because his career ended like 6 years early.
Well, Shannon Sharp was one of
Sterling
the best
was-
tight ends of all time.
Ed
Sure,
Reed, also a Hall of
sure,
Famer,
but
by the way.
I'm
Yes.
taking Sterling.
Ed Reed, Hall of Famer.
heard of him.
Oh God.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite players.
Ed
man.
Reed-
What do you
I
think
love
about
watching
Ed Reed,
him play
Jerron?
center
What do you
field.
think? What team do you think?
What?
Ed Reed.
What?
What team do you recall him playing with to go into the Hall of Fame?
Ed Reed.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What team do you relate to him when you think of Ed Reed?
Miami
Miami. Okay, that's the college team. What about the pro team?
Ravens.
Right.
So
I'm a Steelers fan. I have to deal with his ass
Right.
every year.
These
So,
guys.
there was a
Jim throws
trivia.
up a trivia. Go ahead.
trivia question, about who's got a Hall of Famer, which teams have, and what the question basically was, who was the most recent team to go in or whatever for the, like, not having a Hall of Famer, and then all of a sudden they had a Hall of Famer, and I think the answer was Jacksonville because they had left
Brunell?
tackle. It was not important to the story. The important part was Rich connected into his head that Ed Reed counts as a Raven, and he also counts as a Texan. In Rich's head, he's only a Raven.
He's only a Raven.
But in the NFL,
He should represent
whoever
he should have a Raven
for,
helmet.
you count for.
That's,
sure.
That's ridiculous.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would literally, as Ed Reed, go up there and be like, "Yeah, I'm not a Texan. I'm a
Like,
Raven."
I'm
But
embarrassed.
now we'd be happy to be a Texan.
Little support for you,
Dude.
Rich.
Yeah.
As a Steelers fan, though, to watch him and Troy Polamalu for those years was amazing.
Palomalo was
Amazing. I was at the game. So we went Monday Night Football. It was Flacco's rookie year.
Awesome. Flacco?
Yeah, Flacco, he played great as a rookie. And my buddy, my buddy, who was a really smart football guy, was with me. We were at the game. We're walking out. And we're going, if this is the AFC Championship, we're coming back because we're both Steelers fans.
Okay.
We're like, Flacco's good enough with this defense. That was the Ray Lewis and the Ed Reed. I mean, that team was stacked.
Flacco of Seagulls, they used to call him. That's what I used to call him.
And Flacco, man, that guy had one of the strongest arms in NFL history, too.
Surprisingly, some of his stats are.
He also got the
Stacked
most
up,
overrated contract in NFL
Yeah,
history, too.
right after winning the Super Bowl. It was smart how he
Me,
played
me
it.
and Daryl went to a couple Monday night games, and Daryl was keen to getting beer spilled at him on big prime time games.
I'm sure that was just incidental, but
Both times Daryl did not take the excuse me or the sorry very well, but
What I was getting at, that I was there though for that Monday Night Football. Polamalu picks it to the house, covers the over for us.
perfect.
I want to say the AFC Championship was the game where Polamalu dove over the line and like lassoed Flacco. Do you guys remember that? He dives over the line on 4th and 1 and tackles Flacco, like times it perfect. I was there for that too, and
When you
Polamalu
talk
covered my back.
Ravens Steelers, I remember the game
Ravens
where
Steelers,
Le'Veon Bell got his ass knocked out crossing the end zone with helmet to helmet. I thought he was dead on the field that day.
Wait, are you talking about? No, you're talking about.
It was a primetime game. It might
Antonio
have been
Brown.
Sunday night. Might have been
Antonio
Sunday
Brown.
night. No, this was Le'Veon this time. I don't know. I'm sure those games were all crazy. No, it was Le'Veon this game. But Antonio Brown did get laid out by
Who
the
was
linebacker.
the linebacker from Bengals? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
That guy
of.
was like
Spears or
No, if you say it, I'll know.
It starts with an S, right?
I can't. As soon as you say it,
I'm
I'll
sure.
know.
It's like a 1 out
Known for being
25
a
chance.
killer.
Yeah, he was psycho. Whoever that guy.
Yeah. God, what was that guy's name? I just saw him in a clip on like Facebook or something.
No, Bengals Ravens were great. No, was that the game where Tomlin jumped on the sideline and stopped the kick return?
Oh my god! Oh
That's
my
a
God.
great game.
I partially, even though I'm a Steelers fan, I partially believe that was done purposely.
Oh, it was on purpose.
for
He was
sure.
watching this. He was
But
watching it on the
he-
big screen.
Okay, you're right. He was watching because he played it like, oh wow,
That was the
He
greatest-
played it really well.
He is the greatest penalty a coach has ever taken. He stopped a touchdown.
Yeah, that was. I remember that, and I was like, wow, did Tomlin really just do that?
Big D also chiming in here. Also a football coach. My oldest boy. He's a coach over at local
not double
school.
D, big
Big D,
Dom.
not double D. Yeah, Big D.
The Dominator.
He says Vontae's perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, that's it.
Oh.
That's perfect.
Who am I thinking of?
He's the one that gave
With an S?
Antonio
Spikes?
Brown CT.
Takeo Spikes, but that's Buffalo.
He
Good
was
thing
dirty,
you're around
wasn't
tonight,
he?
Big D.
He seems like a good guy. I don't remember. I don't know. He seems like a good guy though, from what I've seen at him. I wouldn't take him to be that guy, but I don't know.
Takeo
Question:
Spikes.
as a Steelers fan, I'm sick of
Take
hearing
him.
this. And are any of you guys Steelers fans or respect the Steelers, like the Steelers at
I
all?
like the Steelers.
I
They're
like to
fine.
call them the Stillers.
Are they?
do too.
Are
Cowboy
they?
Nation here.
Are they the dirtiest team in football?
Steelers? No.
I keep getting heat that the Steelers injure everyone and they're dirty and they
Dirtiest
do this
team
and
in
that.
Football.
Like they're dirty. Like
No.
That
Who
used,
says that?
that
Thank you
used
for
to be the
saying that.
Bengals back in the day.
yeah,
Sure.
and the Saints, the bounty that was amazing. They injured Favre. Someone made $100,000 injuring Favre.
That's right.
So I think the only thing I would say about the Steelers right now, Tomlin, shouldn't he be the coach of the year?
I think so.
By
No,
far. Like,
come on. How's Dan Campbell not in this?
because I think they're terrible. I think
I would
Pittsburgh
say-
is
I would
Hear me
say-
out on this, you guys. Sirianni.
No.
He lost his offense and defensive coordinator.
Yeah, we'll see where they end up.
But he lost both his coaches. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
I hate that guy.
But
I get the Campbell.
I'm Dan
and,
Campbell.
and
I'm
I get D'Amico Ryan, but
ooh,
Great.
I like
D'Amico
that
Ryan,
one.
that's
if
good.
they
But-
make the playoffs, he's in the conversation.
I think Tomlin. I think he's gotten the most out of the least.
We'll see if he ends up.
You're
We'll
right.
he
They
certainly
should not be
milked-
6
he
and
squeezed
3.
it. He squeezed that lemon.
see if he gets to 8-8.
All right,
He's going to. He always does.
We've been talking about trivia.
Let's talk trivia.
Jorel, we do a little segment on the show.
Okay.
We do a little trivia. I'll play the intro real quick here if I can find that. Here it is.
Calling the masters of facts, the sultans of stats, the czars of knowledge that isn't learned in college. It's the Numbers Guys Trivia.
And I think this is going to be a relatively easy trivia question tonight. And the way this works is, if everybody gets it right, I got to buy the beer next week.
If anyone?
If everybody.
Oh, okay.
If nobody gets it right, I got to buy the beer next week.
Okay.
So I'm screwed. I'll just act against me. You're going to be on behalf of me tonight, since you're our guest. If one of you guys get it right, then the remaining two that got it wrong would Rochambeau to determine who would buy the beer next week. So in front of you, see, I just got a little white piece of paper there.
Yeah.
I'm going to read the trivia question. I'll put it on the screen. You write the answer down, hand it to me, and I will reveal the correct answer at the end of the show. Easy enough? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. I think. Yes. Very short trivia question by my standards. What college did Bengals quarterback Boomer Esiason attend?
Oh, man.
What college did he does have? Oh, I think he's underlining. Did you sign that for me, Daryl? What
Yes,
college did Bengals quarterback Boomer Esiason attend?
Oh, right off the mic. That's
You
a
heard
hot
that
mic.
at all?
Yes.
That is.
I don't know.
Well, write down your best guess. Don't fuck me here, Jorel.
Can I get a hint? Is it at least a decent, a good school?
It's not DeVry.
It's not University of Phoenix.
Are they-
Not does anything
Are
wrong
they
with that?
generally better than Michigan State or worse?
It's not Stansbury, the Harvard of the West.
Stansbury.
Are they generally better than Michigan State or worse?
Was that from Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
That's pretty good, Richie.
Zach went, he got accepted to Stansbury,
Oh
and
my
Kelly
God.
could not get in.
Stansbury.
Where did
they're-
Boomer go?
they're
It's
pretty-
got to be this. It's got to be this. They all come from here.
It's the Harvard of the West.
I'm not right.
All right, I'll take it. Okay,
Oh,
I got your answer. That's all
yeah,
right. It's
yeah.
all right. It's all right.
It's not right.
I'm not telling.
Are you
Hey,
buying the
where-
beer, Jimmy?
Hold on. Where
I
did
don't know
Boomer go to college at?
So
won't know.
your although your NFL picks are 59%,
I wish you
your
would've said-
college your trivia is 0.
0. I suck at
0%.
trivia at the bar. Lose.
All right. So I will reveal the answer later in the show. What we got to do next, and we got to move this along a little bit, guys.
I'm not too excited. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
I don't know how we're going to do this. Okay,
All right.
so every week we go through every single NFL game, every single one, and we try to do that in 30 minutes. And the way we try to accomplish that is on the screen. You're going to see a clock, a 2-minute timer. Collectively, we have 2 minutes to give our initial impressions on
You better
every
throw everyone to
single
me first on this
NFL.
one.
I'll give it to you. We may have to pass over Daryl on this one.
Thank you.
All right, so this little segment here is called 30 Minutes.
I'm D-Dub.
I am Tones.
I'm Richie, and in my neighborhood, we have a train that comes through.
And I'm JT, the whole NFL, and possibly the ghost of Andy Rooney
Why are there patches on suit jackets?
in 30 minutes. You good?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm out.
All right. So, whole NFL, 30 minutes. Let's get the first game up. Let's get this moving here. All right. First game, we have Bengals at Ravens, obviously. Ravens minus 185, moneyline Bengals plus 152. Minus 3.5 is the spread on this one. And that's Ravens laying 3.5 at home. Total is 46. I know we kind of beat this one to death already, but go ahead, Rich. Why don't you get us started?
Yeah, I think the hook's the difference. Like you said, we beat it to death. I like Burrow over Jackson most days out of 10. So give me the Bengals.
Daryl.
I wouldn't bet against the Bengals. I would probably go with Bengals money line even. But I do
Don't
have
hate
that
that.
first half deal with the Ravens because they'd seem to get out a hot start in the first half every week.
I call him Montana 2.0. I'm going Bengals money line.
I've heard somebody else say that.
Yeah.
He's very good. I think there's
Esiason 2.0?
tier 1 is Mahomes and Burrow, and then the rest of the quarterbacks. I think Burrow's that good.
Absolutely.
And I just keep hitting off the Ravens already beat the Bengals. It's hard to beat that team twice.
My line's at the bottom here, which is I came minus 187 money line. Ravens minus 4. They're minus 3.5. and then total of 44.2. According to that, I really can't do nothing, and I don't really have an opinion on this either way. I'm staying away from this one, is what I'm trying to say here. I'll stay away from this one, and let's go ahead to the next game. We got Cowboys at Panthers. Panthers plus 417, Cowboys minus 565. The Panthers are getting 10.5 at home. 42 is your total. What do you think, Richie?
I'm gonna be here at this game. I'm pumped.
Oh, that's right. You are gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be live. I'm hoping my cowboy gear gets here this week in time. But my daughter Lauren has hers and ready to go, packed away. So I do really like this game. This is one of the 2 games I like this week. Panthers. I don't know how they come even close to covering this line. Cowboys seem to beat up on inferior opponents, and I'm going to roll with the Cowboys here.
Agreed. They can be bullies. I still harken back to that week 2 game, Jimmy, that we watched down in Ohio.
I know what you're saying, man.
So I always have a hard time, but I would probably get down on the Cowboys in a triple teaser 10-point deal.
I'm thinking you move this up to 20 and see if the Cowboys cover it.
I kind of like that too. Rich, you're a Cowboys fan?
Oh yeah, I grew up
sucks.
part way, and yeah. That sucks for you. We got 5 more Super Bowls, and
not
than
the Steelers.
Detroit.
I was actually gonna go Carolina because the sharp money is on Carolina, but Rich sold me. I'm gonna go Cowboys minus 10.5. They're gonna win like 30 something, then very low score.
I can't do this.
10.5 is so many points, though.
It is so many points.
And Carolina can put 2 touchdowns on the board. They can. But that defense is good.
My line comes to Panthers plus 9.4. I think the play on this one might be the under. As bad as I think the Cowboys might just beat the shit out of these guys.
What's this, 9.4?
I make a line every week.
Oh, and you said Carolina 9.4?
I have Carolina 9.4. It's 10.5.
So you got to go Carolina?
You should go Carolina, but, I'm not dictating. I'm not betting everything based on my lines. You know what I mean? Because this is all computer, no opinion involved. I would probably go Cowboys here. I think they're going to just probably curb stomp these guys.
Yeah, it should be like that 37-6 type game. It should be.
Yep.
The sharp money, though, all the sharp money's on the Panthers. 10.5 is a big spread.
This year, isn't this the year of teams that are favored by 10 points? Blowing teams out?
Blowing them out.
Yeah,
That's
10
kind
and
of what
11.
I'm saying here.
In college, 10 and 11 point spreads have been winning games.
Yeah. Raiders, Dolphins. This is an interesting game. I got the money line, Dolphins minus 821. They are going to be at Hard Rock, by the way. Raiders plus 558. Minus 13.5 is the spread. Dolphins are laying 13.5. 46.5 is your total. Richie.
Yeah, I really like the Raiders' new coach. I like the direction they're going. But just like the Cowboys, I think the Dolphins are going to put them back in their place. I think the offense is too much. They could lay 40, 30 even. I don't see the Raiders keeping up in a track meet on this one. I don't love it, but I'm going to take the Dolphins.
Yeah, this is the one that I really like more so than the Cowboys. 14 or less, take the Dolphins. I think they're going to blow them out. I already went 1 double-digit spread, so I'm going to go Raiders plus 13.5. I just like that Pierce, their new head coach.
Sure.
He said that I have Devontae Adams. I know that I got to get him the ball. And sorry for everyone in fantasy that's had Devontae Adams. But I think he's going to get back on track this week. And the running back's a wild card. Josh Jacobs always a chance to score. So I think even if they put 10, man, you're right. This is a track meet maybe. I'm gonna go Raiders plus 13.5. I think they can put 2 touchdowns on the board.
And you know what? I'm with you on this one, Jorel. It's hard to do, And
I hate the Raiders.
I've been kind of supporting the Raiders all year. I think the Raiders are better than people think.
I do too.
And I think you do too, Richie. But I just have a hard time because we know how the Dolphins are against teams that are lesser than them, and clearly the Raiders are not the Dolphins. So if I gun to my head, I'd probably go Raiders here.
If Garoppolo was in this game, I think I might like the Raiders a little more, even though he's looked terrible.
Yeah, O'Connell's hasn't really shown
O'Connell, a rookie. I just can't. I wouldn't want to bet on him putting up 14, 17 points.
Yeah, I wouldn't take this game personally.
I wonder what happens if you throw out that Denver game out of Miami
That's
statistics.
what keeps messing me up.
Yeah.
That's why I keep going against Denver is because they gave up 70.
70 points.
I'm ruined from that game. Like, the Dolphins ruined me and Denver ruined me. I will not bet Denver, and I keep betting the Dolphins because they put up 70. That stupid game ruined me this year.
What do we think about this one? I know what everybody thinks on this one. Bears at Lions. Lions minus 414. The Bears plus 320. Lions. This was as of last night. Lions were minus 8 average at that point.
I think I've seen this down around 7.5 today for some reason.
Yeah, that was the average.
48. That was the average last night.
Yeah.
Shop
This
your
is
lines.
the other game I like a lot. I mean, I'm high on my two favorite teams, Cowboys and Lions. I welcome Justin Fields back because apparently they think he can throw the ball. Perfect. Don't let him run. We can't stop running quarterback. Let him throw all day. Lions win 31-10.
I'm not going to disagree. I think I have Lions later on in the show, minus 7.5. I don't know what we're afraid of. Justin Fields, I guess. I don't get it.
Can I sell 8 points and take Lions minus 16?
Go. Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
You can do whatever you want on this
No,
show,
but
baby.
I'm saying Lions 180, 200 yards on the ground. Forget about it.
Yeah, Montgomery's going to be chomping at the bit.
This is a smash fest right here. And we were talking about off this Chargers win, Detroit's going to be on fire.
I think
that
so.
City's going to be lit.
I think so. And when I came up with my top picks, we didn't know the quarterback situation there. Bagent. I mean, how much do you really deduct Bagent versus Fields?
I would say 4 points.
4 points?
Because Fields is a
Well,
home
if
run
that's
hitter.
the case, it wasn't a big enough adjustment.
Fields is a home run hitter, though. He can hurt you.
Yeah.
And I don't think our D-line or linebackers are that good.
I would love to see Bagent in there because this would be another 6-sack game for the Lions.
No, I don't have it as a top pick, but I would take the Lions here, personally.
Does my spread move to 8 on the top pick?
No, that was last night. It's 7.5 now.
I put it in last night, so I get 7.5.
Yeah, you get whatever it is when you put it in with me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter.
We got Titans at Jags. Jags minus 317. Titans plus 250. The Jags Lions 7. They're at home and 40. That's your total. Rich.
I like the Jags. They're like my what do you call it? Survivor pick this week.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm down to, we're 12 weeks in or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta choose.
You got to choose at this point. I thought I liked what Will Levis was doing, but I certainly don't like what he's been doing the last couple weeks because.
Well, he's only played 2. He had 1 good, 1 bad.
And the Jags are really they're an odd team. Every time you think they're top 5 in the league, they get knocked down and they look very average. But I think at home I like them. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the 7, and I think they win by at least 7.
I would probably only touch this game in a teaser type of fashion. I'd probably take Jags minus 1.
You like the minus 7 or what?
Yeah, find a partner to tease it with and bring it down to minus 1. I don't know who that would be at this moment, but
Cowboys. Lions.
Well, it'd probably be somebody else that I could basically.
Yeah, Lions would be a good one.
Yeah, Lions.
Jorel, what do you think?
I'm going Titans. Derrick Henry. Jacksonville is kind of like the Lions to me. They can get sacks, and they turn the ball over. They get weird turnovers, so they're good at those 2 things. But the Titans play solid defense, and Derrick Henry, I think, had a horrible week last week. I think he just gets on pace and keeps this like one of them weird 20-13 type, 17 type games. I'm gonna go Tennessee plus 7.
Yeah, the Titans are like one of those teams I don't like to bet against or on. I can't
Good
figure
coach,
it
too.
out.
I'm with you.
Good coach, though. I like their coach a lot. I think he's a good coach.
I'm doing absolutely nothing here. Although, I would probably go the Jags if they were inside 7. But I'm not going to take them laying 7.
Speaking of the Titans, people forget that Philly added Byard, who I put at the top 3 safeties in the NFL. Like, people forget that Philly just got that guy a couple weeks ago, and he is a monster. Like, he is very, very...
I think he spells his name with a Y, so that's
Philly
cool.
is scary.
Uncool. I'm going to take a second to catch up on the chat. We have Big D again. He is saying he must have had a beer tonight. Normally, he's not active in the chat. What's going on, Big D?
Let's go, Big D, in the
better
chat.
not be driving. He said he can't speak about the Steelers being dirty without bringing up Mason Rudolph using his helmet in an attempt to end
Myles
Myles Garrett's life.
No, Myles Garrett tried to end Rudolph's life.
Yeah, he has it backwards.
Okay, you have it backwards, Dom.
But we know what you mean. The Browns are way more dirty. Yes, let's go.
And then he also says, I don't know about 180 yards on the ground. Bears are the number 2 run defense in the league.
Faulty.
No.
Fake.
Number 2
Is that
run
fake
defense
news?
because they give
Fake.
up 450 yards in the air.
A lot of errors. Yeah, a lot of error yards. All right, let's continue on.
And the
Thanks
Ravens
for participating
swooped up
tonight.
Roquan. Wow, 7-0 Ravens?
Yeah, Daryl's got
Who
that
scored?
first half line, baby. It was the running back.
I don't
missed
know.
it.
Yeah,
Who
I need to
scored?
know that too.
I
if
think it
we
was
can find
Edwards.
that.
I think it was
Okay.
Edwards.
I like the score to stay the
I
same.
almost played Gus, and I almost played...
How about this fucking snooze
Chase.
fest again? Boy.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Giants at Commanders? God, I'm not excited about this. Minus 446. Giants plus 340. Commanders, the Commodes, they're laying 9. 37 is your point total. Rich, you look excited about this one.
I am a little excited. You know, I think the Giants are really tanking right now. I think they're tanking more than anybody in the league. I think anytime you roll out this Danny DeVito fella, this guy's he is not an NFL
Tommy
quarterback.
DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. I saw his
on.
Italian family. I'm sure Jorel loved his TD chain around his neck and all that stuff.
Paisano.
That guy is I mean, where did this guy come from? Like, this guy is a joke. The Giants are a joke for rolling him out. I mean, Matt Barkley, if he was out there, this line would be -6 for Christ's sake. Commanders can score. They seem they don't seem like they care. They drop those 2 defenders. They're playing better ball. They're gonna put up 30.
They're
gonna put
dangerous
up
on
30. I'm
offense.
taking the Commanders.
Speaking of Commanders, look at the quarterback. He has been putting up fantasy numbers this year like crazy.
Yes, the Civil War
Sam
leader
Howell?
Sam Howell IV.
Howell's putting up
He was
numbers.
stranded on a desert island
Yeah,
in Africa, Tanzania.
Tanzania. Well, that'd be
Tanzania?
Zanzibar, the island.
Yeah,
Probably somewhere on the pan.
handle. Go ahead, Daryl.
This is when they get over 7, I'm always a little bit leery about who I'm betting on, and you would never bet on the Commanders giving up 9 points against anybody. This might be the one exception, but I probably would then look to tease it, and then you start to think, well, what if I got the Giants in a 3-team teaser getting 19? Holy cow. 19 points.
do it.
Still wouldn't do it.
touch
I'd probably take the Commanders just to win, but and then at that point you gotta think about the parlay on the money line. I don't know. I'm leaving it alone. Too many points.
I'm going with my paisano DeVito. He's from Jersey. They say he's a hard-nosed boy. He's a scrapper. And I'm
Put him
going
on
with
the
my
fucking
Dago.
docks where he belongs.
The Giants.
Get your fucking shine box.
The Giants 2 weeks ago against the Jets showed me a little bit of defense, and the Giants have been playing kind of tough defense. And I think Saquon's going to go off for like 140 this game. So I like the over on Saquon rushing yards, and I like the Giants +9.
Wow.
But Commanders could put up 40 easy on this team.
Does anybody know what the Commanders' record is?
4 and 5.
Yeah.
And does anybody know if they've beat anybody by more than a touchdown this year?
They've been
That's a good
close.
point.
It's been like
That-
Steelers numbers on
Seems
those.
just like they just
The Bills
squeak them by.
Wait, did they
Yeah.
beat the Bills or the Bills ended up beating them?
I don't know.
That was
but
oh no,
they
the Bills
also-
smashed them.
No,
Never
they
mind.
took the
Never
Eagles
mind.
to the brink, though. They put
Yeah,
up
it was the
that was like
Eagles.
35-31 to the Eagles. or
Regardless, that Commanders offense is dangerous. They have four receivers that could be a number 2 on any team.
Terry McLaurin.
And then they have the little combo.
I like
quarterbacks.
McLaurin, and that's about all I
McLaurin's
like.
about it.
something. No, they got some really good. They got the guy, the cat
Samuel.
from Penn State, Samuel.
And then
name one of
they
them, though?
also, the kid that looks really good, that might be good in the next couple of years, is Sam Howell's receiver at North Carolina.
Gilligan. Bob Gilligan?
I can't think of his name. It's definitely not Gilligan.
Yeah.
But they got their
Thurston
fourth
Howell?
receiver is pretty good
Never
too.
mind.
Sam
Gotcha.
Howell, they drafted Sam Howell's college receiver.
No shit.
Yeah, from North Carolina. He's
not
good.
know
He's
that.
good. He's got a touchdown or 2 this year.
I really only like McLaurin because he's the only one
He's
I really
so
know.
good. He's so good.
But he is good.
Curtis Samuel, from the Panthers.
Yeah,
Curtis Samuel was good.
I'm not a fan of him
Dawkins.
so much.
They got Josh Dawkins as well too from Penn State. Is that his name?
There you go. Yep.
Dawkins.
I'm not a
Dotson?
I'm not a fan of either one of those guys.
Dotson, yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
Dotson's
do
another
like
guy that's a number 2 on.
I do like McLaurin, and they haven't
McLaurin's elite.
used him enough this year.
No, yeah.
They have like 4 number 2 receivers, as you said, and they have
Yeah.
like 4 number 2 running backs as well.
Yeah.
Guys, we're overtime here, and I don't want to be overtime on this game. Let's not use our.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. I'm going to give mine real quick. It's going to be
already
Commanders.
past 30
Got to go
minutes.
Commanders here. I know. Commanders. By the way, in the chat, Joe, which I'm assuming is one of your boys, Silk, says, let's go Silk. I know that's you. None of us are
Joe
silky
what?
smooth.
Does it say Joe King?
Yeah,
Joey Snips.
Is it Joey Snips?
Actually, his barbershop is right here. Really, really, really good barber. He works like literally right here. Hayes and 18.
It's
I
Joey
think.
Snips.
Mechanic?
Joey Snips in the
No.
chat. That's for sure. Joey Snips, my boy.
Might be good for Daryl.
All right,
My
and,
barbershop
one
days
of my
are
like,
past.
best friends.
Joey Snips also says, should I pick up Dallas? I have no QB this week. Or should I pick up DeVito, rather? I have no QB
No,
this
you
week.
should not.
Don't do that.
I
Do
did.
not do
Hell
that.
no,
I did
know
last
it's represent
week.
my
Why
day,
the hell
but
did you do
I
that?
know.
Rich and I are in the same Dynasty Fantasy Football League, and I had to pick up a quarterback because
Who'd you take?
And you took DeVito?
There's
What
not-
other one? Oh, Dynasty. There's nobody out
So
there.
this is what is there, like 40,
Do Levis.
40-man rosters or something like that,
Oh,
Rich?
Levis isn't even out there.
And so there's not a lot of guys
No,
available.
Yeah, you gotta go DeVito.
So unfortunately, but he did tack on a couple late.
he'll get you 12.
He did.
12
I
or
was
13.
shocked.
Joe says it's me, by the way, so I'm assuming that is Joey Snips.
Yeah, Snips.
Okay.
Shout out Joey Snips. What's the name of I could use a good barber.
Tell Snips to subscribe.
I'll send you his info.
Yeah, send me his info.
Well,
What's,
he's Joey Snips on Instagram.
hey, well, Joey, what's if you said he's right over by the studio?
Right here. Hayes and 19, I think.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
And he's very good. He's like one of the best around.
Yeah.
He's been doing it since he was in like 9th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, cool story. I'll try to be quick. He
Good idea.
he started haircutting his friends in high school, if I remember correctly. He started, and then he just had this clientele, and then now he's just killing it. You know, he's just an
Oh, that's
awesome
cool,
barber.
man.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah. Joey Snips. I like that. I like that, Joey Snips.
I think that's his LLC. I forget what his LLC is, but I think it is Joey
I think it's
Snips.
Joey
Yeah.
Snips.
Joey Snips.
It should be.
Isn't that a good name?
Not
for it?
bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. How
And
about
all his close friends call him Snips, you know? So it's like, why do they call you Snips? Because I'm good at cutting hair.
yeah? So I got scissors for hands.
He used to call Daryl Scratch because he scratched all the time in
Edward
pool.
Scissor Snips.
I thought he was. This guy's not a moil, is he?
A moil.
A moil.
He's a dago.
Only because I
Oh, no,
like,
he's Russian.
Only because I like Seinfeld do I know that a moil is the Jewish the Hebrew fella that does the trimming on the circumcision.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Yes.
Wow, you watch a lot of Seinfeld.
You don't like Seinfeld, eh?
And by the way, Snips says he appreciates the shout out.
Yeah.
So yes, we love you, Joey Snips. I
You
don't even know
got,
you.
got Jim coming in.
You got me coming in. I'm a real quick customer. Me and Rich, we could combine and take about 2 minutes.
I'll grow a beard
Not a lot
out
of
so he
hair.
has something to
Perfect.
cut.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's right. All right.
beard looks good,
How about the Chargers and the Packers? Packers
this
plus
is
142. Chargers minus 171. Packers, they are home dog, getting 3 points at home. 44 is your total. Is that right? It is.
Yeah, that is
it
right.
is. It is right.
Packers are supposed to have a good defense,
Yeah, what
but
do you
they
think,
don't.
Rich?
If I'm betting anything, I'm taking the Chargers, but I could see the Packers hanging around this game.
Really?
Yeah, who'd they hang around with last week that kind of surprised me?
Was it the Saints? No, who'd they play last week?
I don't know, but they were in the game late, and I didn't think they had a chance. I mean, of course, you saw Herbert tear up the Lions for 38, but then they go on the road, and I can see them. I could see this being like a 21-17 game. I'm going to stay away, but if I'm taking the game, I'm taking the Chargers.
In what world are we living in that the Packers are getting 3 points at home? You know, that's a sad state of affairs, apparently. But I probably, I can't. I'm thinking back to that Vikings game that was in Minnesota. Chargers, that was a mess. You know, it could go either way in this game, and so I don't think anybody should. In fact, maybe get the Packers getting 9 on a teaser. I don't know. That's about all. That's about all I would possibly do.
Jarrell, what do you think?
Chargers Smash Fest.
Smash Fest, the Chargers.
Smash Fest.
Like Hulk?
Yeah, Hulk Smash.
Hulk Smash.
This is going to be a ugly game. Unless, who hasn't done shit all year, Aaron Jones decides to show up, then it might be a game. But if Aaron Jones don't show up, Chargers Smash Fest. I'll take over on Austin Eckler everything, too. You know what makes me mad, though, as a Lions fan? I've been hearing that this Packers defense is good for 2 years. And yeah, they're solid, but this Packers defense is not that upper echelon defense that everyone... Like, last year, they were supposed to be one of the best defenses in the league, and all year long I kept saying, no, they're not that good.
Yeah.
I think Jair, and if Snips is in the chat, we used to do a chant, Jair, he really doesn't care. Because he's just so good, right?
So good.
But that's... I don't know. I just... The Packers defense ain't what people think, and I think they're going to smash them. That's actually one of my big bets this week. I have Chargers in one of my big bets.
Watch out for
I have
Quentin
1
Johnson.
second. I have
this
0
game, too.
seconds left.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
When,
You got it.
Well,
when
all right.
Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers are playing together, Aaron Jones, I always thought was the best running back in the league.
Jim, I'll do this
It
for
was.
you.
He
You
was
got
so
nothing on this
good.
game.
Now he's not.
Yeah, he's injured though. Hamstrings aren't fun. He's injured.
Thanks, Rich.
He's been hurt all year. Like he's not Aaron Jones.
I see your picks.
Your numbers are too
yeah,
close
go.
to the actual numbers, Jimmy. So I would say you're not doing anything.
Honestly, in that last game,
You know what? I'm gonna defer to you for my pick on this one, Jim. So I'm gonna let you shoot first with that under, buddy.
okay, Cardinals and Texans.
I think this
Cardinals
is
and
unanimous.
Texans minus 229 is the Texans money line. They're at home. Cardinals plus 187. Texans laying 5. 49 is your total. Richie's want me to
Go for it.
the pick.
Lead it off.
Yeah, it's going to be the under.
I figured as much.
Going to be the under there. That's my play.
I think the 49
Might be a
is
top
too
pick.
high. A little
Might talk you
high.
out of it.
You can try to talk me out. I think I made that a top pick this weekend.
I like it.
Murray is really good when it comes to fantasy, and I mean Stroud. How are you not going to put Stroud up for 21?
I
Oh,
understand what
Stroud
you're
needs
saying.
24. He needs like a little over 24.
Jimmy, this is where we're gonna decide
like-
if you know what you're doing here.
Okay,
Under's not
all
bad.
right.
Under's
Because
not bad.
that number is really low.
I'm taking Jimmy.
I
It
don't
doesn't
think so.
have to be low.
Didn't
It
they
just got
put
to be
up
under
600?
49.
I think they put up 600 yards of offense
First
last
of all,
week.
Kyler Murray is not even that good. He had an okay week
puts
this
up
week.
numbers.
DeMarco Ryans, the coach, will shut him down. Texans, it could be a close game, but you know what? I'm sticking by Jimmy's number. 24-21 gets the job done.
You're saying that of that 41.1 points, it's probably going to be about 35 points Texans. Then why not just bet?
I'm not saying that at all. I think
I'm
the
talking-
Cardinals are going to hang around this game. I'm not taking the Texans.
I'm talking to the guy that made the 41.1.
Yeah, it's going to
total.
be. It's going to probably be. It's going to be a Texans win.
Then you
I don't
should
have
be
any-
betting the Texans, probably, right?
Well, I don't think the Cardinals are going to get 0 points. Cardinals got a decent defense.
James Conner's back.
3. We decided they're going
Conner's
to.
back.
Connor's back.
Connor's
Guess who's
back,
back?
and they
back
picked
again.
up Michael Carter
I'm
on
not
the
a
waiver.
fan
Yeah.
of that 41 under.
Kyler Murray. Not as much better than Josh Dobbs.
To be
Really?
fair to Jim,
Well, in this moment,
Jim,
Josh
he's not.
Dobbs is
wash.
better.
Yeah.
To be
Josh
fair to
Dobbs looks good.
Yeah.
To be fair to Jim, he's not saying that the game's going to be 41. I mean, that's what he's predicting as a model. All he has to be is under the 49 to win.
Yeah. I'm going under 49.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what am I looking at 41 for?
Because that's his
That's my
prediction.
number. Yeah. I think it's going to be about 41.
Yeah, I
points.
like. Oh, okay. Yeah, 6 total touchdowns basically.
Yeah.
I like that. That 49. Cardinals
49's
suck.
high, man.
Cardinals
Or
are
under
bad.
7.
I just don't.
Depends how you're doing
Where
math.
I don't know if the Texans play any defense.
They're pretty good
Defense. Yeah, their defense is not bad. Not bad.
They got the defensive coordinator from the 49ers last year. Good coach. You know, sometimes you just tell by the way a guy
And
looks.
what a draft! What a draft he did.
Yeah.
How
That
they
was a good year.
robbed, and then they got Stroud and
Will
Alabama.
Anderson.
Yeah, I love that. That's what you want to build around.
Exactly.
And I could see this game going under, but I can't see it anywhere near your projection there, Jimmy.
41.
Yeah.
I'm not forcing you to take this pick.
I don't
Daryl.
see it, buddy.
Okay.
I don't see it.
That's
That's
fine.
okay.
21-20.
I don't see it.
That
You don't
makes
see it.
sense.
All right.
That's what we're here to talk about.
That's why.
Why not?
That's why we do this.
Those numbers that the Texans put up last week.
You don't just look at last week though,
Okay.
and you got a defense. It doesn't mean they're going to do it this week.
I don't think I've ever heard Daryl submit.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
this is
of
right.
Shroud and what kind of numbers he's put up the last 4 weeks.
Look at my hat. I'm on the Texans. I love the Texans. I just don't
But
see
here's
this
the thing
game.
about Stroud. He doesn't make the mistake. He's
No,
he's
he's
not
really-
going to force balls and
14 touchdowns versus 2
one
picks or
interception.
something.
Yeah,
One interception.
One or two. Yeah, he's as a rookie, it's very impressive. This is one of the best rookie performances we've ever seen. He's top 5, I think, of all time for sure.
Terrell, you're
it's-
onto something there.
I think, I think getting
Oh, you
down on him
totally
on MVP is a good bet. Although last week it dropped from 40 to 1 to 25 to 1.
Do you know
Yeah.
the last time a rookie was MVP?
That would have been a good
Never.
trivia question, Jim.
Jim Brown.
Wow.
Yes.
I could tell you what school he went to, but I didn't know that.
Now you know. It's been that long, and it's not going to happen. I just don't think that's going to happen. He is deserving of it, but you can't give it to him over Mahomes. Or you can't give it to him over,
right.
you know.
Why can't you? Mahomes hasn't done that much.
Ain't gonna
Mahomes,
happen.
6 minutes on Cardinals.
if you've been
Texans.
watching
Yeah,
Kansas
yeah.
City, Mahomes actually has been playing really good football this year. The team can't catch.
Sure.
And the defensive calling has been Spagnuolo has been phenomenal. Spagnuolo is the coach of the year, in my opinion. Kansas City should not be 8-1 or whatever. What are they? 8-1?
2, I
losses.
think. Yeah.
Two
Two losses.
Oh yeah, Denver. Yeah.
Daryl, do you have a pick here?
I
we covered that half an hour ago.
I don't I don't remember anymore. I think I was leaving this one alone.
Yeah, you just didn't like my pick. Jarrell,
Texans money line.
Texans money line. Okay, I'm going to move on. We got Steelers Browns. Steelers Browns. Browns minus 116. Steelers minus 103. Hey, it's a pick 'em, right?
Spread
Browns
draft.
minus 133. 33.
I'm going to leave
33.
plenty of time for Jorel on
It's
this
your
one.
call.
I don't even need to
big
talk about
Steelers
it.
fan. I know he is. I don't. Browns. The quarterback's out.
Yeah.
I like the Browns with the quarterback, but Tomlin lucks into another one here probably. I'm staying away from it. But if he's 7-3 on Monday, I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
I like the Steelers in a teaser, because I think getting 7.5, you got one there, Jimmy. I think it's 1.5 by all accounts. You should be getting the best number, not the worst.
Yeah, it's the average number as of last night.
But
It's last night's good.
it's not that. He's using the average. So it's like, if you're playing the Steelers, you should get 1.5. If you're playing the Browns, you should get half.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're going to play, so I can't do that.
You should put both of them
I can
down.
just put them on there.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I do kind of feel like, and it's on the road, but the Steelers are just one of those teams that seem to find a way,
Yeah,
and so if you can give me 7.5 points, then
Are we sure this is not Steelers at Hawkeyes with that spread at 33?
I'm
Do
not
you believe
even-
that?
Wow.
33?
I wouldn't screw around with that at all, because that could go either way.
I think it's going to be like 7-0,
Well, if the Hawkeyes were playing, I'd take the under.
Yes.
10-7.
I've been riding that Iowa under all year, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Just Iowa and the under.
Money
Forget
maker.
about it.
All right, Jorel, 30 seconds.
Stupid. I don't even need it. Steelers. I say 27-10 type game. It's going to be like that 17-10 where the Steelers pull away at the end. My reasoning is the Steelers out of the bye. I think everyone here pretty much agrees that Kenny isn't nothing special. But they found their running game a little bit. Both running backs have been scoring. And I'm not expecting George Pickens to do what he did last week. Even though he's been up and down, I just like the Steelers' weapons, and then the quarterback being out. This should be Steelers -6. It really should be. Maybe -4. Steelers. This should be Steelers -4. So Steelers is an easy pick for me. Money line.
It's a road game, buddy, though, so the line's right.
Who's the quarterback, though?
Kenny Pickens has
Bethel
those.
Thompson or whatever.
Yeah.
No, PJ Thomas or something?
No, it's not PJ.
He's
No.
not playing. Some
He's
other.
not playing.
Somebody
Bethel
else.
Thompson
Oh,
or
PJ
whatever his name
Walker.
is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
PJ Walker
PJ
is
Walker.
not
Is
playing.
it Dorian
Yeah,
Thompson?
it's Dorian.
That's it.
It's Dorian.
Oh, hell. The
That's-
Steelers might be the bet of the
Thank
week.
you. That's what I'm
The Steelers are
saying.
the bet of the week. Thompson's played one game. He had 100 yards. in it.
PJ done
terrible.
anything? I mean, come on. He hasn't done shit.
PJ Walker's got him a couple wins.
Yeah, he's
He also
better
put
than,
up 30.
He didn't get him the Windsor defense. Got
He's
him the
better
wins.
than
No,
Watson.
well, he also
He
put up.
single-handedly beat San Francisco.
Would you rather have?
Single-handedly, just him out there.
Would you rather have
Give me
PJ
that
at
shit.
his price or
Time's
Watson
up.
at his price?
Time's up. Let me tell
Watson.
you something.
What? At
Yeah.
250 million?
Yeah.
That guy sucks for 250
This isn't
million.
taking the full account of the fact that Deshaun Watson's not playing the rest of the year. However, this game is going to be within a touchdown either way. I don't know who's going to win. Who knows who's going to win this
17
game? It's going to be
Steelers.
under 7 points, though, and that's going into my top picks. You'll see that later on. Stay tuned.
So you're going to put both teams in a 3-team teaser.
Something like that. It's a 4-team, 2-team teaser. You have to figure out how I structured this arrangement coming up.
Uh-oh.
On
Who's
the
the
numbers,
backup for
guys.
Lamar?
After the break?
What?
Lamar Jackson looks like he's down.
No. Come on.
He's on the sidelines, not getting up.
Hook. Oh, Lamar.
Yep, Cincinnati bets. Get him in right now. Live bets.
Yeah. Wow. You heard it here first on the numbers, guys. We broke this news. In
I
case you
think
don't have
I'm
Amazon
going live
Prime.
bets.
That looks pretty
I already
innocent.
like the Bengals.
All right, we're hustling. We're at
Okay,
we're at
twist his
405
leg.
game. Buccaneers, 49ers.
Oh,
Buccaneers,
it's his ankle.
49ers.
Oh, no, that's an injury.
Ah, shit.
He might be able to play the rest of the game, but that's one of them
One leg.
rolled.
We got 614. This is I don't even know. 614 minus 614 the 49ers. Buccaneers plus 446.
Yeah.
Easy
11 and a
money.
half. The 49ers are laying at home 41 and a half. Rich, please.
No, your lines look about right. I mean, if I'm taking anybody, I'm taking the 49ers, unless the Buccaneers are wearing the gay old jerseys. Those things are awesome.
The creamsicles?
The creamsicles.
Oh, man, the most losing
That's the only
jersey?
way they have a chance in this game, but they're away, so they're going to wear their boring jerseys that suck. 49ers are kind of on track. I can see. I think Purdy lights up these teams that are average at best. I could see him going for 2-3 touchdowns, 300 yards. I'm taking the 49ers if anything.
I could see the Niners blowing them out here, but I would just put this in the 3-team teaser with a couple of those other games that we already mentioned.
I'm with you, Daryl. If anybody's going backdoor, it's Baker.
What do you guys think if the Lions played the Niners, what the score would be right now?
Where at?
Homer, yes.
Neutral?
Well, let's see. In San Fran.
What the line would be?
No, what do you think the score would be?
Oh,
you think
I'd tell you the line
bang?
would be minus 4.5.
I like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. So you think they would win by a field goal, San Fran?
San Fran would be about 31-21.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but a little worse. Like, I think San Fran's going to do what the Lions did to the Bucks, but even worse, because San Fran's pissed off right now. So like, this is another like easy San Fran smash. 24 points they might win by 20. I'm telling you, I think this is going to be the biggest win of the week.
You might have actually talked me into that
because
one.
the Lions, I mean, I think the Niners are better than the Lions all around.
Yeah.
And they're at home and they're pissed off. It's going to be another 27-7 type game. It just sucks because the Buccaneers have all them weapons and it's like they got to score. And Baker's kind of got that Brett Favre Stafford mentality where he just slings it around the field. But I think the Niners are smashed.
The problem is Baker sucks.
I'll take Niners minus.
They have no running back.
Well, actually, if you look fantasy-wise, he's been pretty good.
Yeah,
What's his name?
That's why it's fancy.
White?
Yeah, White's been pretty good. Yeah, and you're right. Fantasy numbers mean nothing to winning in the NFL.
That's why it's
But
$10 if you can name his first
name. Yeah, I can't name his first one. This one,
Rashad.
I'm going to go.
Rashad,
I think I'm
right.
with you guys. I mean, my numbers are about the same. I'd probably go 49ers here, and I'd go on the over. And Jorel, you got to take a tinkle.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. You're going to go down the steps. You're going to hang a right. You get to that. There's a central area. You're going to make another right.
All right.
Or if
big
you want to go
square
straight
down
down the stairs and the first door you see,
Don't go
in
there.
Just have at it.
My personal space. There.
First
All right.
desk on the left. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it rip.
All right, let's. We can. By the time he's done, we'll be able to hopefully get through the next. Get to the next game.
I like this cat.
No, he's a good guy. Jets and Bills. This is Jets
Name
and
your
Bills.
favorite
425 game.
Worthy. Thank you.
We got Bills minus 316. Jets plus 251. The Bills, they're laying 7 after that.
Tell me this is a
miserable
prime time
performance.
game, Jimmy.
It's a 4:00 game.
Oh,
425.
Shocked.
40 is your point
This is
total.
a Rich is falling asleep
Rich,
game.
what are you doing
No,
here?
I'm not falling asleep in this one. This game intrigues me because I'm thinking the Bills are going to bounce back. They're mad that their offensive coordinator got fired. But everything says Bills in my head, but I'm not taking the Bills on this game. The Jets would be the one team that could force more turnovers than any other team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I think the Jets keep it within 7, although I don't know how I still am mad about week 1 loss on, what was that, Monday night?
Yes, sir.
That was a joke. That still
was
makes me so mad.
Easy pick that week.
Okay, Daryl.
One of the few I had right. But I don't know, Rich. You just saw Denver go into Buffalo and squeeze out the win. It seems like you're just jumping on the...
Well, you heard Jorel's stats. Allen, after losses, is unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
Also, you can't beat a team twice in the same season. So
We covered that.
I don't know. I think the Jets is an easy. I think that's an easy pick, Rich.
Wow.
Yeah, and
You're bucking the trend.
and also maybe tease them and get 13.5. I don't know.
I think
or
Jorel
13.
has something to say about this to you when he gets back.
He's back right now.
What are we on, Jets?
In the meantime, we're on Jets Bills. In the meantime, I'm going to say I would do absolutely nothing with this game. I won't even want to watch this game, even though I
Looks
like
like
the Jets to watch.
Jim,
the
you
Jets.
should actually bet the Bills win by 7.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Actually, one of my top picks. One of my top
That would
picks
be worth a lot.
is involved with
That's
this
what I'm
game, and
saying.
Rich, you're going to like it. That's all I'm saying. Jorel, go for it.
I would say Jim didn't have time to handicap this one, so he just pulled the number down. Made it
Yeah,
minus
it's like the same thing, isn't it?
That sounds right. Why? What is it?
It's
That's exactly the same. 7.
It's exactly the same as a
I'm going with the same thing I said earlier. The Bills off a loss come out angry. I love Breece Hall. I love the Jets defense, but an angry Allen. I lost last week, but I don't think he's going to do it 2 weeks in a row or 3 weeks in a row now.
All right, time
So
has
Bills minus 7.
Bills minus 7. How about Seahawks at Rams? This is another one I'm not that excited about. Rams minus 105, Seahawks minus 116. You can call that a pick 'em. Rams, they're at home. They're getting 146.5.
It's one of my
Guys,
last.
correct me if I'm
total.
wrong. Is this game not on like 7 out of 18 weeks?
Doesn't it feel that way?
I mean, I feel like this game's on like
They
every
just
other.
played this the last 2 weeks. It's the same shit.
The Seahawks and Rams?
It's like the fucking Saints and the Colts.
I still remember
They play
the,
this game every week.
Isn't this the game where the Lions that got knocked out of the playoffs last year?
And it sure seems like it.
It was week 1, guys. I don't know. It's been a long time to me.
I don't know. I feel like these two teams play every week. If you told me they play next week, I'd handicap it again. I don't know. Stafford's back. These two teams are rivals. I mean, it's a toss-up. It's a true toss-up. Jimmy Lyon backs me up. I'm only betting this game if I'm down a lot and I need to make the house payment. I'm out.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying because I can conflate the Titans and
Is
the
that a word?
Colts. I think
Conflate?
so.
Yeah, conflate. It's when you blow up a balloon.
Yes, I conflate.
Oh,
I conflate the Colts and the Titans in the same manner. Like whenever they're playing somebody like Baltimore, I always confuse the two. So this one is if you subscribe to the Petree theory, Seahawks have to be the pick here because they lost to the Rams in week 1, right?
No, the win twice, yeah, I value that. But I'm actually, one of my locks is the Rams this week.
Right.
I'm going out
no, the
there.
Rams won.
Rams minus 104.
Everything you said, Jarrell, just goes right out the window. Unbelievable.
No, I like the Rams off a bye. Stafford's healthy. Even though I'm not a big Stafford supporter, I don't think he is a winner. I think the Seahawks have played good defense the last couple weeks, but I think they're one of the worst defenses in the league, bottom 5. And I think it's time for Cooper Kupp to get his mojo going. So I think the Rams are going to win here, kind of healthy, like a 10-point win.
I will say Sapphire is an underrated spice.
Saffron?
Back to you, Jim.
Thank
Saffron.
you.
That's
And
Thanks,
Jim,
Rich.
what
How'd
we
you feel?
What we found
Thanks,
out
Rich.
in week 7 was that Stafford had some pretty killer windows out there in Bloomfield Township. If
We
you
did.
remember.
We learned that in week 7.
K-Dub.
By his pool.
K-Dub with the shout out.
Shout out,
Shout out,
K-Dub.
K-Dub.
You want to give him an early shout out for K-Dub?
Shout out.
All right, there you go.
If you need your
got to
pipes
pee
clean.
again, dude? No. Oh, yeah, I'll take one
I'll take one.
while you're at the bar.
I'm okay. I have a couple here that I haven't even cracked.
Surprise me, whatever's in there.
What do you guys want?
Yeah, whatever. Just first thing you grab.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
Bronies for everyone.
Pretty easy. Peronis all the way around. Okay, and this one,
I like pierogies.
yeah, I do too. Well, you're
that
Polish.
You more of a cheese and potato guy, or
I like either. Cheese. What's that, Drew?
You don't want the brony?
no? We're good. Yeah.
I like
Beer?
both cheese.
You like beer?
I like beer. I like big
It makes
butts,
you a
and I
jolly
cannot
good
lie.
fella.
That's
I
right.
like goat cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this game since time is up and it's been up for like 5 minutes now. Seahawks Rams on this one. I know what you're saying, Jarrell. My line comes to Rams getting. God,
Good. Thank you.
this is so. I'd go Seahawks here. I can't believe that the Rams are going to beat the Seahawks. I just can't. I'd go money line Rams or Seahawks.
Not a big home field advantage down there in
No, SoFi? No.
SoFi?
Thanks,
No.
buddy.
No.
You know
I
what's
heard
weird
it was
is,
50-50 for Lions fans.
What's
last
his face for the Seahawks hasn't been balling, and he's supposed to be balling.
Metcalf?
Metcalf's supposed to be balling, and he's not.
What
Maybe
about-
Gino's just coming back down to earth.
What about Micha Picchu? Or what's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Pikachu?
Nuka Pacola?
Pacoa, yeah, that's what I'm
I
trying
like
to say.
him, yeah.
I like him too, but he isn't getting the ball anymore.
I think.
Yeah.
They're just feeding Cup.
Did I hear that he still is the number 1 targeted receiver in the league?
I mean, he had like
No, I
27
didn't
in
know
1
that.
week.
I think so because of the first 8 weeks of
Yeah.
the season.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He had
Stafford hasn't
27
been
targets
playing.
in a game.
Yeah.
But that was early. That was before
Yeah,
Cup was
but
back.
that already puts you like
That's
3
the
games
point.
ahead of people.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's why his stats
Still
are so
the
awesome.
number 1 targeted.
I'm going to pull it up for you. Look at this. This is crazy.
It seems like we're losing viewers. They can only make it for the first 2 hours. We got Vikings and Broncos. Vikings at the Broncos. The Broncos minus 135. The Vikings plus 114. Broncos.
I'll shout out real quick because I'm going to run the bathroom or two. But you know what? The Brincos, they have me sold. Prime time. I'm still not a believer in Dobbs. Give me the Brincos.
Oh.
Wow. You know,
Those are all his targets. 15,
Oh.
20, 7.
that's what I've been hearing.
Go ahead, Daryl.
I'm shocked because I thought I was going to be the only person that picked the Broncos in the Tri-County area
Okay.
because everybody, you included, is
Oh, yeah.
telling me about the Vikings,
I'm
and I
on the
agree.
Vikings.
But you just saw what happened in Buffalo, right?
I watched. Yeah, I watched that.
And
game.
now we're going back out to the friendly confines of Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think you can dare bet the Vikings getting 2.5. It'd have to be 3.5, wouldn't it?
I took a money line.
Same.
Yeah.
You bet the money line on the Jaguars last week.
Yeah, that one didn't work out.
No.
Well, they don't all work. They don't all work out.
I tailed that
Daryl.
pick.
I mean, you should know that. Okay.
So no, I think it's a sneaky game, and I have a feeling the Broncos by 3, and that's a 0.5 point of a victory.
Okay.
He likes the hook. He likes the hook.
Go ahead, Jorel.
Vikings money line, easy money. Broncos are a bad team. They've been playing good. I'm not going to discredit their coach. I think he's a good coach, and he might be turning them around. And they have weapons. Their running back is what's his face is coming in strong now. Javante's starting to play good football.
Jorel, though, I don't want to interrupt, but everything you just said, you could apply to the Vikings.
Yeah, no, yeah, of course, yeah.
Everything.
But both their running
In
backs are banged
fact,
up.
Justin Jefferson's coming back. He's arguably.
Is he playing this week?
He's playing.
Yeah, they're going to smash the Broncos.
So, I mean, I don't know.
I just think Dobbs is actually good. I've been a Dobbs fan since Pittsburgh. I thought he was our next quarterback after Ben. Because he's super intelligent.
He's an astronaut, for
He
fuck's
is.
sake.
He's one of the highest Wonderlic tests in the NFL.
Well,
he's up there with Fitzmagic.
He's up there with Bryce
He's
Young.
not that high, but he is high. He's not as high as Fitzpatrick. But,
Yeah, Fitzpatrick's highest of all time, and Alex Smith, those two.
Yeah. But
Did you know that? Alex Smith had super high IQ.
I did not know that.
He's one of the highest Wonderlic tests in NFL history.
And
Didn't know
incidentally, he's related to John L. Smith.
I didn't know that.
Yes. It's
Wow.
That's his uncle.
I got what Peyton Manning got on the Wonderlic. I got a 28. So it's
That's
above
not bad.
average. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not smart.
I had a
I got
3.
what Dexter Manley got on it.
You did
Well,
the
that's because
Wonderlic?
you couldn't read it. It's because you couldn't read it, man. He was illiterate. That's not funny, but it is kind of funny. Okay, Jorel, you got your pick.
Yeah, Vikings money line.
Man, we got to keep this moving,
heard
bro.
that.
I got what Dexter Manley got on the
I heard that was a
Wonderlic.
good
Yeah,
one,
we heard
Daryl.
that.
I think the Vikings win easy.
This is it's Vikings money line or nothing. Next up,
Or nothing?
You took
Or
the
nothing.
Broncos.
Ooh, this is one of my locks.
oh yeah, we got
You got the
Eagles.
Broncos?
This is one of my locks of the week.
Eagles Chiefs. We finally
That's a
made
win
it.
there,
We made
buddy.
it to Monday night. Eagles and Chiefs.
This
Eagles
is it?
minus 145.
Last game of the.
I'm sorry, Chiefs minus 145. They're in Arrowhead. Eagles plus 122. Minus 2.5 are your Chiefs. 45.5 is your total. Rich,
Wait.
get us there,
Jorel,
baby.
don't worry about it, though, because we do the CFL next.
Right. Speaking of the Grey Cup,
I
do we
was
have a great?
recruited. I was recruited by Toronto.
I heard about it. It was
Yeah.
upset in the Grey Cup.
Was there?
Yes,
I didn't see
the
what happened.
Alouettes pulled it off.
Alouettes?
Wait a second. It's over?
It's over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grey Cup
Chris
was-
Berman covered it in his 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, whoa.
It
Was
used
that-
to be after Thanksgiving.
It might have been the divisional game. The
The
Alouettes made it.
Alouettes upset Edmonton. That's
They
all I can
did.
tell
I
you.
think the Grey
Fun-
Cup is
the Eskimos.
Coming
lost.
up.
Fun fact, my college running back is the best running back in Canadian college history, and he played in the CFL.
No Doug Flutie.
Daryl
though.
Stevenson.
That would be
Nobody
a good.
is.
Oh.
And this kid was 6'3", and ran a 4.4. And he was like 240 pounds. He was
Like Calvin
unbelievable.
Johnson.
basically me.
Well, over there, though, we played only 3 downs. You only get 3 downs, right? So
I'll
running the
talk to
ball
Daryl about that.
is scarce, but this kid was the best running back in college Canadian history. I had him as my running back. That was cool.
Who is it again?
Daryl Stevenson.
I think I had him as my fantasy Canadian quarterback.
He was CFL running back. Yes,
Do they do Canada fantasy? They got
do.
it, right?
They do.
Absolutely. It's
That would suck.
the points only count like a 0.63.
Is that-
It runs the same as the exchange rate apparently.
Rich, is
I
that where
got that right
Martavius
off the
Bryant's coming from? Is he coming from the CFL?
What's that?
No, he was just suspended. I don't know if he played in the CFL.
Was
or
he in
not.
the AF? What's the new league?
The points are worth less.
I don't know. But we have 34 seconds left. I'm
Yeah.
taking the Chiefs because they're at home.
We're gonna need more
Money
time
line
on this
Chiefs. Thank you.
one. Moneyline Chiefs, Daryl, please. We still got your top picks.
God dang it. I had something on this game. Jarrell, you go ahead and,
Easy.
and flash back to me. if
For
you
me,
would.
based on roster, and they just got homeboy from Tennessee, Eagles easy. Chiefs roster sucks, in my opinion.
Here's what I heard, Jimmy. I don't
Eagles
know if it's
money
true.
line. Mine plus 122 Eagles. I got
Wow.
them in. I got them in a big parlay too already.
Something I heard earlier, Jimmy, and I don't know if it's true or not, but 40% of the bets are on Philly, yet 70% of the money is on KC.
No, well,
So that tells me the sharp bettors are betting KC.
Let me see.
It started at 2.5, and it's been back and forth between 3 points, 2.5, 3 points. I think it's at 2.5 now. This is one that I really like in a teaser. Chiefs getting 3.5.
Dude, you like this? You like a lot of things in a teaser this week.
Well, I mean, that's how I would bet it.
Yeah,
Do you want me to tell you I like
it.
one team or the other and I'm not going to bet it? That's how I would bet it.
Sure.
I
Makes
bet
sense.
the Chiefs getting 3.5 because I think they could lose by 3 or they could lose by less. But
It does
they
feel like
might
one
win.
of them last ball kind of games, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Daryl's always a tease.
Yeah, he's a little bet tease.
I've never been
Daryl.
called that.
Here's my thoughts on this one. Chiefs minus 2.5. I'll take the Chiefs. Chiefs minus 3. I'll take the Eagles. You know what I'm saying?
You think it's going to be one of them games?
Yeah.
I think someone's
I'll
gonna
take whichever one's inside the 3 on this.
I think someone's going to take and control. Someone's going to win good in that game. But the Eagles are just way
Maybe
better.
not. The Super Bowl was 38-35.
The Eagles are way better. And here's something
I disagree.
about the Chiefs. The Chiefs during the season, at least from what I've seen the last 2 years, they don't run the offense that they run in the playoffs. The offense they run in the playoffs is like this triple RPO that I don't think is stoppable. So I don't think the Chiefs are going to bring everything. Actually, they kind of have to because they've been dog shit on offense. They can't catch. Those guys cannot catch. But
That's
I'm
why the
going,
Lions
I'm going
won week
Philly.
1.
Philly money line easy.
Philly money line for
And I think
Jorel.
Not a
it's easy.
Sky Moore believer.
Okay.
Definitely not. Sky Moore will not be on my team.
These are the
Top
top
picks?
picks. It's time for top picks. We're going to start here with Rich. Go for it, buddy.
All right. Well, we're going to start off with App State versus James Madison. This is James Madison applied for bowl eligibility. They're number 17 in the country and not allowed to play in a bowl game. Why, Jim?
But you tell me.
They've only been in Division I for 3 or 4 years, and you have to be in for 5.
Okay.
I think the Dukes of James Hazard take it out big time on App State.
I didn't know that rule.
And both teams have a tendency to score a lot, so we're going to go over on this one, 54.5. Next, we're going to take Wyoming at Hawaii. Why? Because this game's at 2 o'clock, and what time is that Hawaiian time, Jim?
It's really early in the morning.
That's early in the
Yeah,
morning. That's
yeah.
way too early. Roll with the Yellowstone Cowboys of Wyoming.
Doesn't last week's Hawaii win concern you a little bit though?
Not at all. Not when they're
'Cause it
playing
was
at
at
10 in
home?
the morning. I'm
Yeah.
having a Bloody Mary. I don't know about you, Drell.
I feel you.
Next.
Okay. That game scared me a little. That's why.
Is it 2 o'clock? What time zone is that 2 o'clock in? Is that Eastern Standard?
Probably Western
Hawaii's
Central.
Western or further.
But
You my
Hawaii's
boy,
like,
Blue.
yeah. I hate to do it, but U of M, like a Trump crying foul here.
love it.
Everybody is so sad. U of M, everybody's against them. Michigan versus everybody. Boo hoo. We
Blue.
cheated, but you know what? It's it's okay because we're Michigan. They take it out big time in Maryland. I'll take that 19. They probably win by 40.
Did you guys see their coach, their interim head coach, live dropping the F bombs and the S bomb on there?
Oh yeah,
I thought that was pretty awesome. He was really emotional about that.
Did you think that was awesome?
I was
Or
like,
did you think that was a little bit embarrassing?
no, I wasn't embarrassed by him. I don't care either way, but
you
I
guys-
just thought it was kind of something.
a little embarrassed.
Do you guys think it's stupid that you can't steal signs? It's a football program is military operated. Like if you can't,
You can steal signs, but you can't go and tape somebody's signs in a game ahead of time.
whatever. Me as a quarterback, you could stand on my sideline and you would never decode me. Never. So like it's military operated. Like I think it's a stupid rule. You should be able to scout however the hell you want.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jarrell, the
Don't sell a ticket to the guy.
TCU knew last year that U of M stole signs, so they reversed all the signs.
Exactly.
Connie Stallion didn't have any clue what was going on in that game. They lost.
See, and that makes sense in that game, and I like that. And that's what I'm getting at. If you're smart enough to know that, they're onto us, then use it to your advantage. You know what I mean? Call a sign that isn't what it means. Like it's, I don't know. I
Yeah,
think
but you
it's
shouldn't
stupid.
have to change your signs.
Well, you should have a code word for every quarter though. Like say like in high school we ran Shrek, which meant QB sneak. If I tapped the center's thigh, he said Shrek. We run QB sneak.
What happens if you say donkey?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Second quarter it should be donkey. Third quarter it should be princess, and fourth quarter it should be something else. That's what I'm saying. Like you shouldn't. If you can get decoded, then you're not a good coach.
But if you have a assistant coach that you're employing and he's on the Central Michigan sidelines in Central Michigan gear, then
I'm paying
So
him
that's a
extra.
little shady.
I'm paying him
That was
extra.
awesome.
then
That
you
guy,
shady.
gets, that guy gets a bonus.
Yeah.
then you should be on the death penalty because that's not right.
That guy gets a bonus.
You should not have somebody
trying to
else
Win
on
at
the other
all
sidelines.
costs. Win at all costs.
Shady. Okay, let's continue
Until
on
you get
here.
caught.
Hey.
Once you
Wait a
get caught, then you gotta. But that's the thing. But that's the Michigan way. The real Michigan way is, it's kind of the Trump way. Deny, never
That's
admit
fine.
that you're guilty.
This isn't
Exactly.
a political show here.
Sounds like the Patriots.
Yes,
Yeah, it does. It's very
exactly.
patriotic.
Yeah, Patriot mentality.
Jim,
yeah.
I like 2 games this weekend.
Thank you.
Lions and Cowboys.
go.
They're both ramming homes. 7-2 on the
Whoa,
line.
whoa. You have 2 Ram at home?
There's 2 ramming homes because I like them so much, and they're both my favorite teams.
Let's go.
Oh,
7-2, and I like them so much. Let's parlay those bastards together. Get plus 264. Go Lions and
Holy
Cowboys.
shit. This is highly irregular for you, Rich.
Wait, parlay minus 10.5 or parlay money line?
He's taking
no,
the spread.
with the spread.
Let's
Plus
go. I love
264.
that. Homer.
That's bold.
I'm
That
a
is
homer this
bold,
week too.
Richie.
I got my teams this week too.
Very, very bold. All right, D-Dub, you're up next
love
here. Here's
that.
your top picks, pal. Make them happen.
I just want to remind people that Rabbit Homes are 0-2 the last
Well, it's
You-
okay.
Yeah, but
It's all right.
78%
Bengals are
overall.
going in. You're 7 minutes away from covering, but the Bengals are going in.
Yeah, it's basically what you call a backdoor cover in the second quarter. Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
lose
gonna be
this
so
first
dirty. You're
pick.
gonna need some Jorel hand soap.
We talked about it. First half spread minus 2.5. It's not gonna probably happen here unless something fluky happens. So let's move on to my teaser of the week. I got the Steelers and KC. You gotta like these numbers, Jimmy. I'm going through the 7 and through the 3 on both of those.
I like that, yeah.
Call that a Wong.
a Wang teaser.
Wang. And then App State, basically everything Rich said, but opposite.
Really?
James Madison. App State is the original James Madison. The App
The
State.
OG.
Yeah, App State
a
was the
beautiful
team that
campus there.
would beat people up when they were in the
And-
next tier of football.
That North Carolina game's a good thing to hold on to. Like, they did battle with North Carolina, which I don't think is that good of a team, but
They've got some of the similar opponents, and if you look at them, they played them.
Go play in the Sun Belt. Of course, they have similar opponents.
I'm with Rich.
So,
though.
I mean, if you compare the games comparatively, App State did just as well in those
Did you
games.
say if you compared the games
Comparatively?
Daryl, I hate to
I wanted
pick.
to reiterate
It's all,
the
Okay,
point.
I got you.
it's all how the Dukes come out when they
Yes.
got denied their bowl. Are they going to sit there and sulk about it, or are they going to come out raging and beat the shit out of them? It's going to be one of the two.
I think the App State's going to remember that they're App State. We're the original James Madison.
I like App
Dukes.
State a lot, but they just don't seem to have that mojo they did when they beat Michigan all those years ago.
I'm
Sure.
with you, Rich.
Different coach, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take that gamble at plus 275, right?
Hey,
that's a good-
if you recall, Daryl, I took the over. Let's both cover the bets
I hope
right
you're
out of
wrong.
the sunset, baby.
Daryl, I hope you're wrong because I got James Madison in some big bets. Money line.
That's
Are you
hurtful.
59% in college?
That's hurtful. But nevertheless, let's move on. Washington. This
Love
is the
it.
one. Oregon State's like I've said every
It's your team, Daryl.
every odd week. I'll say it. They're my favorite team.
Do you love Oregon State?
I love the Beavers.
Love the
Beaver.
Beavs.
Everybody
And
likes
yet,
Beavers.
here I am telling you, Washington getting points. You're telling me a team that's probably going to be in the playoffs unless things go awry here is getting points.
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up. Well, the add up is it's in Corvallis, and Oregon State's a better team there. But I don't care. You saw what Washington State did to Oregon State back in week 4 or whatever it was. I think the only thing that could get in Washington's way is potentially the weather. The weather does not look good. Some rain on
While
the
you're-
Bengals
horizon.
touchdown?
While you're on
Joe
this
Mixon.
game,
Jet.
Yes,
Rich,
sir.
Oh, Joe Mixon. Okay.
Catch from Burrow.
I got a question for you, Rich, while we're on this game. What
sure.
would you have put the Washington spread at in that game? Would you have a Washington minus 3 or 4? That's why it throws me off because Vegas has to me Washington should be minus 3 or 4.
I would have said Washington minus 1.5, and the exact reason I think you're getting at. I was going to say nothing because me and Daryl are buds, but when the line is funky like that, something's
Take
up.
Oregon, right?
Take
That's-
Oregon.
that's what
I'm
I'm
only taking
saying.
Oregon State because the line's weird.
The line's weird. Take Oregon because it should be 3 or 4 to me. Like you said, maybe
Washington
minus
should
1.
be favored.
Should
There's
be
no
favored.
doubt.
So it doesn't make sense.
I fall for that trap too all the time.
Yeah, when you see that trap, you're supposed to go against.
I agree.
bet
I agree.
Washington
I
will.
feel like it maybe isn't this isn't the case because Oregon State plays better at home. Their
good
their
point.
2 losses were at Arizona or
That's a good point.
and also Washington State. Also, Washington has had a few in recent weeks close games that they've won. And so I feel like everybody's just kind of been saying that it's catching up to them, and they're due.
So do you think Oregon is better than Washington right now?
Oregon?
Even though Washington beat them, do you think Oregon is better?
Yeah, if they played in Oregon, Oregon would win.
Right now, the conference favorite is Oregon.
So I think having covered the Pac-12 for the whole year, Rich, I've been covering that like you were covering the
Sun Belt.
Sun Belt.
Yeah.
Which you dived in this week.
My opinion is this. Those are the two best teams, and I think they're still one of the best conferences in the country.
Two best teams in the country?
And it's also the most disrespected conference in the country.
Are you saying two best teams in the country?
Disrespected, but top two?
No, I didn't say that.
The two best teams in the conference.
The two best teams in the conference.
Disrespected.
And
we'll stick with that.
I think it's one of the
One or two are getting to playoffs.
We'll find out next year when all those boys come over to the Big Ten.
Unfortunately, we're not getting all of them.
We're getting the good ones.
We should get 4 or 5 of them.
We're getting USC, Oregon, Washington. We're getting all the good ones. Isn't Washington coming?
No.
Yes.
Oregon,
Yes.
USC,
Yeah,
UCLA.
Washington and Oregon are coming.
Well, no.
Okay, you're right.
UCLA for sure.
I thought Washington wasn't.
No,
So
they are.
we'll find out next
Well,
year.
which one isn't? There's three
Oregon
of them.
State and Washington State.
UCLA
are not
for
coming.
sure.
Washington State. Okay.
Wait, who's coming?
Oregon, Washington,
Oh, it is Washington.
UCLA, and USC.
I love that.
Okay.
Too bad it's not the Big Ten, but
I would like to see it this year because everything that everybody's saying about Michigan would be interesting if they just played 2 of those 4 teams.
I 100% agree. I think the Big Ten sucks.
Yes.
Outside of 2 teams.
outside of 2 teams,
Penn
maybe
State
3.
sucks too.
Penn State's all right.
Penn State would be 5th in the Pac-10 if they're lucky. Arizona would wipe their ass.
Yeah, but they play defense.
I don't care. Arizona will put up 40 against
You're
them.
right.
30.
Arizona can score. Arizona can score.
Shit, I'd take Prime against James Franklin.
No chance.
Go
That's
Prime.
a 40% blowout.
That
Penn
game's-
State versus Colorado.
Have you ever
Colorado.
been to Boulder? I know you've been to Tanzania, but
No.
the air is different up there, my friend.
I get it, but you need more than air to win with that.
I think the question is he still keeping receipts? I'd like to know if Coach Prime is still tracking those for tax
I
purposes.
think Coach
or
Prime's
what is-
going to Texas A&M.
I actually took Colorado this week. I moved the spread to 7.5.
Who do they play in Arizona? Or
Arizona
no?
State or Arizona?
No.
One of the two.
Somebody.
Arizona State.
Arizona is playing a good team this year. This weekend.
You ready?
I like the Dolphins.
Oh, you're going to keep going? There,
The Redskins?
perfect.
Yeah, minus
Of
12
Ohio?
and a half.
Oh, okay.
I think that the Raiders have been doing a little bit too much party in the last 2 weeks, and I do agree Pierce is a pretty good-looking coach. But I don't know. I think it comes back to earth this week. And then we already talked about the Lions a bit, but I get it minus 7.5, not minus 8, Jimmy.
No, you're right. I had minus 8, and then it went to 7.5. You're right.
It's not a great number. You'd like to be on the other side of that, but I don't see any reason. I don't think these Bears are the Seahawks. Let's just put it that way.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense.
Great picks.
I get
Thank
you.
you.
I think they're all very good picks. Excellent picks, actually. Jarrell, I believe you're up next. You are, my friend. Here you go.
Yeah, Bengals tonight. We've already talked about that. I don't really got to hit on it. That division's insane. Bengals, Joe Burrow, Montana 2.0. I just think they're going to handle. 3.5 is a good number for tonight. Steelers, I'm a homer, but I actually think the Steelers are one of the. I think they should be in the top 8 power standings because of their record and their defense. And after the bye, they started getting some offensive things going. And now that the Browns got a quarterback that has 1 start, forget about it. I think the Steelers. I think you said it earlier, or Rich earlier. This might be a lock of the week, right? Was that you, Rich? You were saying what the quarterback
Ravens
in?
just win the end zone.
Flag it.
Oh, you need this.
Before the half, right?
You need this touchdown. No,
We got a flag on the field.
I'm sorry, Jarrell. I said Rich just said what? I was watching the 70-yard.
No,
run.
Rich, you were talking about how the Steelers might be a lock of the week because of the quarterback of the Browns.
Yes.
Now that Browns defense is for real. They're scary as shit. They're very scary, but I just trust my Steelers. I trust the coach, and I think their offense is on the trend up. So that one, Lions are a steamroll. We don't even really got to talk about that. That's going to be 200 yards rushing. I promise.
Hopefully not for Fields.
Eagles, I just basically, I understand that Spagnuolo and Reed are coaching their ass off for about 3 years. Spagnuolo might be the best defensive coach in the NFL over the last 3 years. If you guys watched, Kansas City was the number 1 defense in the NFL or number 2 the last 8 games last year. And if you watch the games, it's because of the play calling. I just think that roster's dog shit. and the Eagles roster is phenomenal. And I just can't see Kansas City. I don't care where they play them. Our Lions went in there. Actually, I look at that Lions as a loss because if they catch that ball at the end of the game, the Chiefs beat us. But the Lions banged with them. Eagles are better than us. I think the Eagles take that. Utah is a damn good team. And Arizona can put points up, but I just can't see Utah. This is another one of them weird spreads, though. Utah should be -3, -4, -5. So when you go with the Vegas mindfuck, you should be taking Arizona because of the spread. But I just think
sure
Utah,
Arizona's the higher rated team right now.
No way.
Yeah.
No chance.
I
Utah's
think
only
they are.
got no way.
Arizona's number 17. What's Utah?
Oh, then Utah might be 19. I thought 17 versus 19.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're on the road too, so that's where you're getting that +1.
I know, but Utah's the better team. They've shown just based on.
I don't hate the pick. I'm just letting you know that Arizona's the higher rated team.
No. Thank you for that because I was thinking it was the other way around. But Arizona's offense impresses me, but Utah's defense is fucking awesome.
That's why, I took Utah last week against Washington.
And then Western Kentucky's a team I've been like on and off all year. I like their quarterback.
Oh, you went against the Bearcats with a K. That's a no-no.
That's a no-no on the show.
That's an always go against the Bearcats with a K.
But Sam Houston just joined D1.
They did.
And they're so bad.
They're not bad.
I like their scrappy quarterback.
I had a money line last week. They covered against somebody.
I can't believe you hit that because that's crazy.
That's their first win, right?
I know, but they're close all the time.
Western Kentucky by 30. By at least 24.
No, I think I'm taking the Bearcats with a K money line here. Just because it's with a K.
I bet too many times on Sam Houston this
One of my 50
this year.
Anybody been to the Kit Kat Club?
I've been there. Oh, of course.
I used to play euchre there.
Did you?
Euchre's
That's a Midwest thing.
We used to play euchre.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Playing spades out west.
Our fans out down there in Louisiana are saying, "What the H?"
Oh, I'm still on Jorel.
That's a destination up here for the fans from Louisiana. It's a KKK club, folks.
Yeah, you got to watch that. Okay, so we got my top picks. I got Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to the well on this. I did this again. I did this last week. He was done in the first quarter practically on his receiving yards. McCaffrey over 30.5.
Love it.
Let me tell you, the Bucs passing defense bottom 10 in pretty much every metric, including aerial yards to running backs. I think you can get this, on yards after reception on one check down rather. I'm thinking 40 is the floor on that. So I'm going to go.
I feel like he gets 12, 15 yards on every check.
On every check.
Yeah, so catch 3 balls, you're in.
Yeah, so that's it. I got a teaser of the week, my 10-point teaser of the week. Cowboys -0.5 point. 49ers -1.5 points. And I'm going to go Vikings +12.5. This is that golden nugget. By the way, the last one was that points bet. It was 31.5 last night. I'm going to go back here to the McCaffrey play. It was 31.5 last night. I was texting everybody saying, you got to take it at 31.5. It moved to 32.5 everywhere else, but for some reason, points bet had it at 30.5 earlier today. So take it there. By the way, this one over here, well, I'm hitting wrong buttons now. It's been a long show. I had a few beers during this show. So, Golden Nugget
I don't like
-120.
this last pick at all. I've seen Daryl do this. It's not fun.
You've seen Daryl do this? Okay. So here's the
same game teaser.
This is a same game parlay.
I've never seen this, and I love this.
This is too many times.
This is innovative. You've actually seen Daryl do this? I'm surprised you've seen Daryl do anything like this.
More than once, my
I was innovating.
This is like 1997, brother.
Oh, this is old school. Okay.
I love this.
Well, here's the deal. I think this game's going to be a touchdown at the most.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Steelers +7.5, the Browns +7.5. As long as the game falls within a touchdown, this is a winner. -120. I mean,
you got a bad quarterback and a quarterback that's played one game.
You need +280.
I like that.
You like that one?
I think I'm going to do it.
All right, now so that one's got to be at points bet. I tried it elsewhere. It's like -140 something at BetMGM. It's got to be a points bet. -120 is where you're going to want to put that if you have a points bet account. Next up, here you go, Richie. This one's for you, pal.
Yes.
Greg Zuerlein, over 1.5 field goals made.
I cashed you all out last week.
Yes, this was a pick that was on national television.
We covered that like 8 minutes in, right?
Oh yeah, it was done. It was done early. So this
he had 2 field goals right away.
He had 2 field goals.
I told the guys before the game, I'll take Zuerlein over 1.5.
The leg.
Yep, and I'm going to the well on this one now. I mean, come on, against the Bills. I know the defense is banged up.
That was a
Was that like an 80-yard touchdown that got called back?
Yeah, it was
holding.
holding. Yeah.
I'm going to keep going here.
refs bet Bengals.
Under 49, Cardinals and Texans. This is a model pick, so one with that. And then we already talked about this one too. Vikings, money line.
I love it.
Yeah,
Don't like it.
Plus 120.
Better team.
I was going to take that at plus 2.5, but that would be, I get an additional 5 cents of value there on the money line. So
I agree with that. Yeah.
I'm going money line there.
Do you think
I
Josh
got
Dobbs look like Jim Davis a little bit?
Yes, sure.
I don't know who Jim Davis is.
I'll show you.
I got Tones' top picks all the way from wherever he's trapping at. He's got Michigan minus 19.5,
Love it.
minus 110 at FanDuel. He's got a same game parlay. Iowa minus 3.5 under.
That's
He's
a winner.
going under 30
That's a
and a half
win
here
right there.
at plus 257.
If I've
Wow,
ever seen a
FanDuel.
16-6 game, that's it
the
right
one.
there.
Who's
He's got-
Iowa got? Who's Iowa got?
Illinois.
Oh yeah, Illinois. Scrappy.
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy, on that
yes, sir.
on that Michigan game, is there any part of you that thinks they might be looking ahead to Ohio State the next week?
What do you mean?
I mean that they're playing Ohio State the next week.
Oh, you think they're
And
thinking
so
about that instead of?
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Well, Daryl, look at this. Actually, let me give you a stat because on the flip side, Ohio State's always looking forward to us. Look at this stat on Ohio State. Game 11 has been a bane of the Ohio State Buckeyes. They are 1-8 against the spread the last 9 years. 0-7.
Wow.
0-7-1 against the spread versus a full off a straight up against the spread loss. So they look forward to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we look forward to them too. That's a good question. Like whatever, just win the game and get out of here, right?
I thought last
It's a big
week,
spread for that.
I thought last week it wasn't going to be a problem for Michigan.
No.
But this week I feel like maybe think about getting the points with Maryland.
We got
maybe.
some chat here. It says Burrow out with a wrist injury.
He looked like he was holding his arm.
No.
But Jackson's back in. Yeah,
He
right
had
here.
a long night last night.
There he is.
Oh.
He's working it right now.
He won't come out.
Get
Yeah,
that, Jimmy.
he ain't coming out.
Get
He
ya.
can flex it.
I
He
get you.
did.
I get you. Wrist injury. I'm with you.
And so
That
does
might
throwing
affect
hand.
Let's get this done.
later tonight, but he'll be fine for the
Yeah,
game.
you'll feel that tomorrow, not today.
We got Tones is taking Utah minus 1.5. That's minus 104 at FanDuel.
fell
He's
into the
taking the
Jorel trap.
Chargers against the
Let's go,
Packers.
Tom.
Taking
Utah.
Chargers minus
Toads,
3.
Dallas and Lions. He's right on track.
He's going Dallas. He's going Lions. Both at FanDuel. Both.
Daryl.
Well, I'm sorry.
Daryl.
Lions 7.5.
There you go.
115.
Oh, another flag.
That is.
Another Ravens touchdown with a flag.
Daryl, if you ball out this
Come on.
week,
How much
I
time is
ball
left
out
in the
this
second
week.
here?
Like
Because I got all
320.
your
Shit.
shit.
All right.
2
I
minutes
like
and
your
20.
picks, Daryl. You're my
Thank you.
kind of guy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's been a rough go lately, but
Except for James Madison. I hope James Madison kicks your ass.
well, I'm not a big App State guy, but I just feel like people are forgetting that App State is the original.
Ooh, touchdown
You know?
Ravens. Good job, Daryl.
All
You gotta hold on now. If Burrow's out. You're
But if
set.
Burrow's in the game, they'll get a field goal. 2 minutes? That's a eon.
Jimmy, trivia. Don't forget about it.
I'm not opening them up right now.
What do you think?
Here is the
Where
trivia.
did Mr.
answer.
Esiason go to school?
That is it. Question was, what college did Bengals quarterback Boomer Esiason attend? And actually, let me tell you what everybody got here. Richie says the Maryland Terps. Terrapins fear the turtle. Fear the turtle.
Wow, that's the answer.
D-Dub says Maryland.
It is Maryland. Yeah, it is Maryland. Now that
And Jorel says Pittsburgh.
I'm a full-on guess.
Not far, not far off.
No, just a lot of good NFL quarterbacks came from Pittsburgh, so I took a swing.
Correct answer.
You're on
It
the
is
right side of the
Maryland.
country.
It is Maryland.
The Bengals picked Esiason second round of the 84 draft. And he was an 88 MVP.
Jimmy, for bonus points, can you tell me what quarterback Esiason, NFL quarterback the Esiason came after?
Who played after Boomer?
No, right before
Before him.
Boomer.
Oh, before Boomer.
Ooh,
Oh, this is Tecmo.
is this Frank?
No, Boomer's in Tecmo.
Is this?
No, Frank Reich? No.
Frank Reich is the answer, Jimmy.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck, Jorel, I should have
call.
made that the trivia question. Now I got to buy the beer next week. So,
I
way
would
to
have
go.
bet
Thanks for
against
being here,
that,
Jorel.
too.
You won't be back.
0 for
And
2.
now let's move on. We
Frank
got
Reich, if you didn't know, also had the greatest comeback in college history and NFL history at
Shut
one
up.
time. I don't know if that's been surpassed, but I'm sure it has.
Who?
Frank Reich came back Maryland versus Miami, and then also led back Houston versus the Bills.
Yeah, I remember the Bill. I remember the Bills one. I didn't know the Miami one. That's
Yep.
good.
Held the record at the same time for a couple years, anyways.
He's a good quarterback.
Not bad.
Didn't have that good of a team.
Pretty good backup.
Yeah.
Pretty good lion.
Not bad. coach too, right?
It's time for shout-outs.
He was one of those Lions QBs in the
I wish you would have
90s,
said Phil
right?
Sims because
Phil Sims?
Morehead
Phil
State
Sims?
recruited me.
Yeah.
So I knew that.
Oh, okay. I got
He
you.
bought their
Not a Hall of
their-
Famer, if you can believe that.
Phil Sims
Phil
is it?
Sims?
Phil
is not?
Sims. No, I actually I was on a show on 97.1, and we had to name Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and I lost because I said Phil Sims.
Wow, I would have
How's
guessed.
he not in
that.
a Hall of Fame?
How is he not Hall
I
of
guess
Famer?
he was. They look at him like he's Eli. Eli's
yeah,
not getting
exactly.
one.
No, Eli
must
should not be a Hall
But
of Famer.
I think Phil
Maybe.
Sims only has the one ring, right?
He does.
Yeah, but
well,
look
he might
at
have
the
two
teams.
because he was on the
He
team.
has two, but he didn't win that other one.
No, Hosteller did.
Oh, he
Yes.
did have. Never mind. He did have Lawrence Taylor and the boys. They had some good teams.
He had some pretty marginal
Yeah.
numbers,
Phil
especially by
McConkey.
today's standards. But Jimmy, you with us still?
Jimmy, check
I'm
out.
sorry, I
thought we
dozed
lost
off a little bit. I have to pee really badly, so let's
Wrap it up.
get
Wrap
this
it
going
up.
here.
Shout out to Carolina. I'm coming down to see you soon.
Shout out.
Let's go Cowboys.
North,
Shout
are you talking
Shout out.
North
Rich, do you
or
think North Carolina is going to win?
Well, the Carolina
Shout
Panthers,
out.
Daryl, as you know and I know, represent both North and South Carolina. So,
Shout out.
I'm more of a coastal Carolina guy.
yeah, go Chandeliers, right? Do you know what Chandelier is?
Myrtle
Coastal
Beach.
Carolina.
Is it a part of the
Conway.
poultry family?
It is
Shout
a
out.
chicken.
Daryl, I'm on Navy.
Shout out.
I actually have Navy this week.
Okay.
Midshipman. Anchors away.
Daryl,
bitches.
shout-outs.
I got a
Shout
question.
outs?
Do you guys think Tennessee can beat Georgia? The sharp money's on Tennessee.
No.
No.
In a word,
Tennessee?
in
Happy
a word,
Thanksgiving,
no.
everybody. Shout out Thanksgiving.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Pilgrims.
World Peace.
Shout out.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Indians, for giving us
I'm gonna
your
give
land.
another shout out to Joey
Shout
Tips
out.
for making everybody look good.
Good call.
Shout out.
Shout out to my son Holden. He's excited about his basketball season this year.
Yeah.
Like
Did he get his
Nice.
pizza?
Go.
Shout
War
out.
Eagle.
ninth grade basketball.
Did he get his pizza?
Shout out.
I don't know yet.
Did he get his
I
pizza?
got.
Did he fight the delivery driver?
I got 14 missed calls.
Shout out.
So that means no.
Dad, the pizza guy won't leave. He won't leave the porch.
She
Shout out.
said they're watching the Bengals.
Shout out to my mom for never
Shout out.
fucking losing. She just
Yeah, shout out
never
Jorel's
loses.
mom.
She
Go
doesn't
Jorel's
lose.
mom.
Best
Shout
gambler on earth.
Did she ever go up to the hilltop?
No.
Shout out.
I'll bring her up.
If you're willing to play euchre for money, she'll see you there.
Oh, she's a good euchre player. That's,
I'm in.
That's tough.
She's a shark.
All right,
I'm in.
Jorel, you got
I'll be your
anybody else?
partner.
Now's your chance. Anybody you want to give a shout out to besides mom and Joey Clips?
Shout out.
Joey Clips.
Snips.
Oh, I like
Snips.
Clips.
I'm sorry, Joey Clips.
No?
Snips. I forgot
we're
that. You're good?
Shout out.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I'm going to go my youngest and my oldest. I got oldest in the chat.
Shout out.
Been killing it tonight with some facts, dropping facts.
What about the youngest? Is
Why is
he
this
in the
on?
chat?
He's sick.
Oh,
He's
Jesus.
sick.
Down for the count.
But
Boo.
Yeah, she's
instead
got to
of,
build
Jordan
up that
played
immune
with the
system.
flu.
well, he's not playing football. He's
Let's
Jordan's
GI
playing with
playing
the
for
flu.
his
going
grade.
around.
He's got to get in the chat.
Pretty heavy.
no, I
He's
agree.
sick.
Shout out.
Who else? Oh, I'm going to give Tones a shout out. He's been killing it. Hopefully he continues.
So we shout
killing
out
it.
Eddie Death
Shout
around there.
out.
So shout out to the Buck he knocked out, probably. Right?
Yeah, hopefully he got something by now.
Jorel, you know
He left
anybody that
earlier.
died? We'll shout him out.
I got one more. Shout out to the Lions.
Shout out.
Steamrolling the Bears. Just absolute steamroll.
All right, I'm down with
Unbelievable.
that.
Shout out to the Lions.
Guys,
Shout out.
I'm
Any
11
celebrity
and 1
deaths?
on betting on the Lions.
Let's go.
In the last year and a half or so.
Wow.
What's your loss?
I
That's
don't
better than
know,
a Ram
but what I was going to say is Juice Reel. Is that
Yeah.
what-
Shout out Juice Reel.
I
Check
think
out
he
this
died
app.
last year, a couple
Have you
years
ever heard
ago.
of it?
Juice
No.
Reel, didn't he die?
No, this is not. This is an application on
Juice
your.
WRLD,
You can
I'm sorry.
download it on your phone.
Shout out Juice World.
If you like to gamble and you have more than one app that you use,
Millions.
then you plug in your information, and as long as you're not afraid of them stealing your information, which I mean, information is meant to be stolen, it tracks everything, all your picks across all apps, and
wow.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. What was my point of bringing that up for, Jimmy?
11 and 1
you
with the
gave him a
Lions.
shout out. 11
You're
and 1 with the
11 and 1
Lions.
with the Lions.
Yeah, so they tell you where you've had your success at,
The
tracking
Lions.
all your picks across all your apps. And the Lions, I'm 11 and 1.
Does anyone know that spread, that stat? What are the Lions doing against the spread this
I
year?
don't know their ATS. This
I don't
year.
know their ATS
Let's see how
either.
long we can keep Jim from peeing.
I
I'm
had
starting to move my
Jim, do
legs
you know
a
how
lot here.
Juice World
Couple
died?
more shout-outs. Couple more
Let's talk
shout-outs.
about juice roll, jelly roll. Let's talk about all the rolls.
I had that
else we
Seattle
got?
pick
Dinner
right,
rolls?
but I had the Ravens pick wrong. That was my loss.
Yeah, that was your loss,
Shout
which is
out.
my gain. I'm going to say one more thing. And I went today. Last week we were talking about the Mad Dog 2020, MD
Yes.
2020. You're familiar with that?
Unfortunately.
And Aunt Debbie was in the chat, and she spilled a little bit of Gagu's dirty laundry. that she
Talking
threw
about
up.
Mad Dog 40-ounce beer.
It's a fortified wine that's colored.
Okay.
It's a solid Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? Would be fun if I went out and got some Mad Dog for the show. I went to 5 different stores today. Nobody has it. And finally, at the last store, I said, where the fuck can I get some MD 2020? He's just like, you got to drive south, man.
I was just going to say, Jimmy, you better head towards South Detroit, man.
Well, if you find it, let me know.
No,
I'll go buy
seen
it.
it and I was freaking out. I was like, dude, this is what the 40s we used to drink as kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that a Detroit original?
40 hands.
It's
No.
no.
South.
No, but these days, you got to head.
Yeah, you ain't going. You ain't getting around
Mad
here.
Dog sounds like Georgia if I had to guess.
For some reason, I thought of it as a local drink.
Mad Dog?
Yeah.
No.
You don't used to
We're
endorse
talking
them
about
back
the
in
one
the
with the red
day.
label, right?
Billy
The red
D.
label and-
Billy D. Williams.
No,
It's
it's a
a
wine.
I think
We're
you're thinking
talking
of
about a wine.
Colt
Colt
45.
My bad. You're right.
Jim,
Throw
I
that
don't
flag.
even care.
Oh, your flag's over there.
Not a wine drinker. I'll drink some Dago Red. That's
Jim
about
loves
it.
wine.
It's
Have you
not
ever had
really
a Chi-Chi shot
wine.
before?
A what?
You ever had a Chi-Chi shot before?
It sounds familiar.
No,
right.
it's
Well,
made
what-
of white wine.
What do you think?
It's not the shot. It's the little bottles that they sell in the store that are like 99 cents.
We're already over 2.5. Since
Sounds like
Jarrell's
an
here, should he have a quick Chi-Chi's drink?
Sure.
I mean, is
Would
he a
that be-
wine drinker?
No, he's not.
I'm not going to pay for it, Jimmy, but if you want to pay for
All
it,
right, hold on a second.
if you want to buy it,
Talk
I'll whack
amongst
it.
yourselves.
I'll whack it down. Let's
I don't want
see.
to watch you whack anything
But
down.
Let's see if
Before.
Daryl
Oop,
hits this
that's
bet
the
though.
wrong thing
But Joe
here.
Burrow
I think
might
he
stick
just
it
made
in.
I think that completion might have just cost me the.
You just
frickin'
threw it
bet.
to the alligator hunters.
They might go for it on
the
fourth
son.
for a touchdown.
Did you see Steve Irwin just got that?
Yeah,
Rookie?
Irvin. What's his name? He's been good lately.
I don't know. Steve Irwin's what I call him.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
he's a
see?
rookie.
By any chance, did you guys see all the memes last year of Stafford being racist? They were so funny.
No.
Means of being racist?
Yeah, because he only throws the white receivers. It was so funny. So there's
Poor
pictures.
Jefferson.
There's pictures of Cooper Kupp with 2 white receivers around him, and the memes were saying like, they got to disguise Cooper Kupp. It was amazing. Last year they were having a field day on Stafford, and it was funny.
Unbelievable.
It was really funny.
Well,
So just what is just a shot for
Whoa.
Jarrell here?
That's it for Jarrell.
Pina colada mixed with what?
You have to chug it down.
It's a shot.
Ready? Go.
is it a shot?
Not supposed to be, but it is now.
No,
It
it's
is
not
now.
a shot.
It is now. All
Maybe
right.
for
What do you
Jarrell
think?
it is.
You like that?
I love coconut. This is actually really good.
All right. There we go.
No, wait.
I could chug
now,
like 6
now he's
more
gonna
of these.
now he's gonna do the Johnsonville.
You guys, what are you doing to me? I'm 7 drinks deep right now.
Oh, yeah, don't do this. This is terrible.
Why
The
is that
Johnny
out?
Is that
teriyaki
syrup?
teriyaki au jus Daryl brought for me at one point
Oh,
on
that's
clearance
au jus.
for $1.67.
If,
For that and a whiskey
I might
shot.
pay $1 to watch Jarrell
And
shoot
by the
that
way,
down.
here is the Mad Dog 2020. Shout out Gagu one last time. We're about ready to get out of
Oh,
here.
wow,
but it
that's
is,
some special container. I
yeah.
don't remember drinking it
Oh,
like that.
now I know what we're
but
talking
good
about.
luck finding it.
No, Mad Dog. That's not the Mad Dog I know.
We're talking about
It
the
had the
beer.
dog on it.
Yeah, the red label.
They
Are you thinking of like Red Dog?
The
Red
40
Dog.
ounce. The
Oh
40
no, I'm
ounce
talking
beer.
about Mad Dog.
Oh, I'm not familiar with Mad
Shit
Dog.
that winos drink.
Yeah, Rich, I'm with you.
I'm a Red Dog guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're way off.
It's kind of like when
I thought we were
Kentucky
throwing it back.
when Kentucky Fried Chicken, converted to KFC.
Okay.
It looks like that's what Mad Dog's
Oh,
done.
That's what
I remember Mad Dog. That's like us guys in college. We drank like the 5 o'clock and the
Yeah, the cheap.
What's the one that's
vodka,
fruity?
rum.
What's the Burnett's?
Strawberry
was-
Fields.
The
3 olives.
girls were drinking that Mad Dog. in
Yeah, the
college.
girls might drink that
Yeah.
along with Boone's Farm.
Maybe some
Yeah.
barrels of James.
You know what we drink in New
Golden
York?
pineapple.
I hated the cheap beer was Keystone.
Oh, bitter beer.
God, I
face.
hate that stuff.
Yes, that's come up on the show before.
Oh, that was our
Where did
college
you go to
drink.
school?
That stuff was bad.
Where did you go to school?
My freshman and sophomore year, I went to Alfred State, a junior college, and then I went to the University of Windsor,
Was that in New York?
in New York. Yeah, by Buffalo.
By chance, did you guys ever drink Genesee cream ale?
Oh, the Jenny.
no,
Really?
a cream ale whiskey.
It's a beer.
Oh no,
Oh man,
I was so broke my freshman year that it was
this
Keystone.
This would have been the beer for you.
Yeah, Jenny's
Keystone
cheap.
Light or
It's
Keystone?
cheap but good. It's good
I
stuff.
gotta
It's
Diesel.
good for cheap.
In upstate New York, it would have been even cheaper.
What's the best cheap beer there is? I think it's Miller Lite.
That's a pretty expensive cheap beer.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive, I guess, but like, yeah, you're right.
When
I guess
Rick-
you have to go down to Bush or something like that, right?
Yeah. Well, when Rich and I were in college, we drank a lot of Milwaukee's Best
Oh,
Light.
that's a good cheap beer. Yeah, that's a good one.
$8.99 a case.
That blows Keystone.
in
and
1997
deal.
or 8.
that beats Keystone, and I'm with that. I'm with that for cheap. I like how you said the expensive cheap beer was Miller Lite.
Yes.
That is. That's premium.
We have a huge 4th and
Top
3
quality.
here that will determine if Daryl wins the bet. They just waved off a catch.
God, I hope he gets
4th
in
and
there.
3, so they got to go for this.
They got to go. This,
Jimmy,
if they don't
you're,
get it,
you're hoping for
Let's
what?
go. I got the Bengals, but I'm
hope he
rooting
gets
for
in there.
a
Thank
Biff
you.
right now.
I appreciate
because you
that.
can
I
win
kind
and
of
I
got
can
the same
win.
thing in the parlay here. So
But I'm rooting for you this half.
yeah, this half. That's all I want. I don't care what the Bengals
You watch
do.
a lot of Daily Wager, huh?
What's that?
The ESPN show where they talk about bets?
Never seen it.
They do a lot of first halves. That's why I was thinking that. I don't know many people that pick first halves.
I don't do it too often, but I want
I've
to
never
get
watched it
something.
either. I never watched it either.
Daily Wager is a good show.
Never watched it.
You ever watch?
And I'm in love with.
oh, they're not even going to snap it. They're just trying to
She's
get them
so
off
high.
sides. You got it, Dubs.
beauty. That would
Imagine
We
that
got it.
girl.
Was it what, by 3? Hopefully 2.5.
Yeah, 14-10.
hopefully
Nice. All right.
Wait, they're punting now?
they're
Yeah.
punting. Hopefully
I wouldn't punt.
everything stands the same here.
All right, guys.
Nice job.
It's time to call it. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
And we're gonna go have some pizza or something.
Jorel, do you know about VSiN?
The Sports Betting Network.
Jimmy, tell them about VSiN.
Are they sponsored
the
by
Sports
Adidas?
Betting Network.
Just spend about 5 to 10 minutes talking about
I'm not
VSiN.
going to do that. But it's a if you have YouTube TV,
Think water fountains.
it's available. No, come
the
on,
dribbling
man.
water.
It's
Like the sink running
it's
at
a
a small.
network that's devoted to sports betting. So
Okay.
it takes a betting angle on everything.
How do you spell it?
That's
VSIN.
VSIN.
And
Is
it
that how
stands
it's spelled?
for
Vegas Stats and Information Network, which
Home
was
of Brent
started by
Musburger.
Brent Musburger. Yeah, it's a good channel.
You're looking
worth watching.
live.
All right, boys. Hey, thanks, Jarrell. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks
really
for having me.
appreciate it. You
Appreciate
can come
it.
out anytime. You're always welcome.
This was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
Nice
That's the wrong
meeting you.
button.
Found someone that could actually extend the show longer than Daryl.
This might be the longest one in history, 240. We'll see you guys
They like
Saturday.
to give me a hard time.
Saturday. Jesus, Saturday the 25th.
Let's go, Lions. Let's go.
And Cowboys.